Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. Hello again, everyone. I sure hope you're doing well. I am doing great. It is April. The sun is shining, and there ain't no April Fool's jokes around here, my friends. None of that. We keep it real. You know, one of the things that I loved most about Walter Cronkite, who I've read a lot about, watched a lot of things on, I've told you one of the reasons why I love the name Walter, wanted to call my son Walter, was because he was the most trusted man in America. That was his nickname. That was the moniker. They called him Uncle Walter because everyone believed when he said something, it was the truth. And I've tried to be the same. And so I don't like when people betray that trust on this particular day, April Fools, April 1st. When you're in the media, you should not do that. I feel very strongly about this. People come to you for the goods, for the news, for the facts, for the truth. And so there ain't no April Fools on this day. And I know what you're thinking. This lineup, too good to be true. There is no freaking way that Ariel Helwani, me, my idol, will be on today's program, April 1st. But it is true. My very first hero, the very first celebrity that I ever looked up to, that I ever admired, adored, wanted to be like, the very first, number one, young Ariel, 5 years old, 6 years old, taken, smitten by a man who wore pink and black, who had cool shades and cool long hair, the excellence of execution, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, the legend himself, and the soon-to-be three-time WWE Hall of Famer. He was inducted in 2006, I believe, for his tremendous singles career. He was inducted in 2019 for his incredible run as a tag team with the late, great Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the Hart Foundation. And in a couple of weeks, he'll be a part of the first match ever inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, WrestleMania 13 against Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'm talking about Bret the Hitman Hart, the pride of Canada, the face of Canada, our hero, our national hero, going to be on the show today. I mean, what a day, guys. What a freaking day. I mean, that's it. That's the mountaintop for me. I've talked to him twice before, once in person, UFC 149 in 2012, and then once via the phone in the ESPN days, today via Zoom, and I can't freaking wait. Prior to that, we are going to be joined by Jessica I. Remember Jessica I? She's been in the game for quite some time. She has some news to break with all of us. It's been a while since I spoke to her. I am looking forward to that chat very much. Prior to that, I'm going to be joined by the great Yoel Romero, a.k.a. Yoel Romero, the timeless wonder himself, the man who was just victorious about 9 or so days ago at DBX1, Dirty Boxing 1. He won on their, I don't know what to call that first event, their soft launch, their inaugural event, who knows. But the man is still a marvel, a genetic jackhammer, an athletic freak. The guy is just a beast. Joel will join us. At 1:30, we're going to be joined by the great Ryan Darth Bader. And he had some news last week, which we broke first here at Uncrowned. He has now parted ways with PFL. He never actually, I don't think he actually fought for PFL. He fought for Bellator, of course, heavyweight champion, light heavyweight champion, Grand Prix winner. And he's parted ways with one fight left on his deal, still wants to fight. He's a part of that Smashing Machine movie that is coming out in late 25. He's playing the role of the great Mark the Hammer Coleman. What an opportunity that is for him. And he'll stop by at around 1:35 to talk about what's next. In a matter of moments, though, I'm very excited about this one. A little something for everyone on the program today. The great Eddie Hall is going to join us. Are you familiar with Eddie Hall? We spoke about him yesterday on the program. He is going up against Mariusz Pudzianowski. You know, we say, but I think in Polish, the W is more of a V situation. In any event, this is a 5-time strongest man winner, world's strongest man winner, going up against a one-time world's strongest man winner. And it's a bit of a dream matchup because Obviously, we know that Mariusz has been fighting in MMA for quite some time under the KSW banner. Eddie Hall just kind of dipping his toe into the to the MMA scene, his training with the likes of Tom Aspinall, had a boxing match many moons ago, had a 2-on-1 MMA fight in June of last year, which went viral because he weighs approximately. I mean, can we get a picture of Eddie Hall? Let's just show the people who we're talking about here in case they're unfamiliar. 2017 World's Strongest Man, 5-time Britain's Strongest Man, 6-time UK's Strongest Man. He's a freak. And I say that with the utmost sincerity and love. That's Mariusz on the left. Eddie Hall's on the right. He's an absolute beast. And so they'll be competing at KSW 105 at the Pre-Zero Arena in Poland. And it's a bit of a dream matchup. It's 2 4-minute rounds. I understand Eddie wanted he wanted, I think, 2 2-minute rounds. And I think Mariusz wanted 2 5s. And I think they settled on 2 4s. 2 4-minute rounds. The gloves, by the way, are gigantic that he'll be using. Did you guys see that back in June? He went up against 2 guys at the same time. I don't know what their combined weight was, but the scenes were unbelievable. He was power bombing them. He was beating them up. He knocked one out, won the match. I mean, look at this. World Freak Fight League. Look at this. That's Eddie Hall. 2-on-1. I think combined his opponents didn't weigh as much as his leg. 37 years of age against 48 years of age. Like I said, 1 World's Strongest Man versus 5. An incredible resume. One of the most popular figures in the world of strongman, going toe-to-toe on April 26th in Poland. A dream matchup, if you will, and it's a dream opportunity for us to have the great Eddie the Beast Hall on the program. Let us go to the monitor right now and say hello to the big man. There he is. Hello, Eddie. How are you?
Hey, I'm very good, man. How are you?
What's happening? Are you getting a massage?
I'm getting physio. So I only get certain times of the day where I'm allowed to get physio because my wife tells me exactly what I've got to do at home. So I'll get an hour to get my physio done, and this is that hour. It's
okay.
The only free time I get.
Is this problematic for you to be doing an interview at the same time?
No, it's fine. No,
okay.
No.
Who's holding up the phone?
So I've managed to stick it on a stand hanging from one of the ceiling red.
Golly, that is well done on your part. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. Well, it's great to have you on. It's a great honor for us, and this is very exciting for you. Would it be fair to say this is a dream opportunity? This is a dream fight, a dream. Maybe you didn't back in the day dream of fighting Mariusz, but because of who he is in the strongman world, because of who you are, to be going up against him in any kind of feats of strength has to be some kind of a dream, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I grew up watching Mariusz Pudzianowski, lift out the stones, pull planes. He's probably one of the main reasons why I even got into strongman. To be competing against Mariusz, albeit in a whole different world, in the fight world, it is a massive privilege. And Mariusz is, it's no small task on Mariusz's behalf as well. He's got 16 years experience, 26 or 27 pro fights, but he's pulling it all on the line to fight me. That's for sure.
How did this all come about? Your idea, KSW's idea, his idea?
Kind of my idea. I was training to fight Brian Shaw and Martin Ford and Mitchell Hooper, which are all, just gigantic men, world's strongest man winners. That fell through, and I just felt a little miffed, and I felt like I did sort of 8 months training for no reason whatsoever. So I decided, I've got to do something with this. So the next man in line was Mariusz Pudzianowski. So I put lots of feelers out, and been in communication with KSW for over a year, and it's finally come to fruition.
And my understanding is, they just officially announced it last week. This fight is happening in, some 25 days. Did it get a little bit delayed because of perhaps some issues on his part?
I didn't really know. We've been in talks for over a year, and it's literally this like last 2 or 3 months where it's been like, right, Mariusz wants to fight. This is when it's going to happen. And there's been a lot of, ifs, whats, buts, and coulds. But finally, Mariusz signed the dotted line literally last week. So here we are.
Okay. So a few details to go over. 2 4-minute rounds, right?
Yes, 2 4-minute rounds. So I wanted 2-minute rounds. Mariusz wanted 5-minute rounds. And somehow we've met in the middle, nowhere near the middle at 4.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Not too happy. Obviously, I wanted the 2 minutes rounds because I'm so big. I'm 160 kilos. My fitness isn't going to be anywhere near what Mariusz is. And I've never fought MMA before. And I know MMA is a lot more taxing on the cardio. And obviously, when you get that adrenaline dump, all that cardio goes out the window as well. So 4-minute rounds is a big ask of me. But it was literally, I say yes to that or the fight's off. So I had no choice. This is one of Mariusz's demands, and we all know why. Obviously, he's going to get the advantage in the cardio aspect. So I can't really blame him for wanting that. But it's definitely given him a massive advantage going into this fight.
Wait a second. You said you never fought MMA before. I was just watching highlights of you fighting 2 geezers. You powerbombed one of them. You knocked the other one out. That looked like MMA to me.
Yeah, I mean that was more of a freak show, and they were in the 2-minute rounds. To be fair,
okay,
they were 3 2-minute rounds, and I just managed to catch him in that last round, that last 30 seconds, and do the business. That was great fun, by the way. I'm a massive advocate for these 2v1 battles. I want to do more of them. It was great fun for me, and I think the general public want to see it, So I'm all for it. Bring me more 2v1s.
We'll get back to Mariusz, but since we're on this path here, that came about because those other opponents fell through, and you didn't want to waste a training camp, so you said, "All right, I'll do this."
Yeah, basically. I mean, that was obviously Mariusz was the main target, but the Nafati brothers were talking shit about me online, so I just sort of said, "Luke, keep my name out your mouths, or I'll fucking sort you out." And before I know it, I had a contract under my nose to fight two Polish kids in a ring in Blackburn in England. So I don't even know how that happened, but it happened.
And you'd like to do more of it?
Yeah, 100%. I'd say that I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was like, it was good training for it. It was, the fight itself was, great atmosphere. And win, draw or lose, I just think it was just it was a spectacle. It's like David versus Goliath. I think it was just great seeing two smaller guys against one giant. I just thought it was great to see.
So obviously your background isn't in mixed martial arts. I know you train with the great Tom Aspinall and his team over there, and that's the best that you can get. But I'm wondering, would it be fair to say that this is the type of career that Eddie Hall is looking after? Like, you have no grand illusions of being a UFC champion or a KSW champion or anything like that. You just want fun, as you put it, freak show fights. Are you comfortable with that, or do you want something more?
No, I have no aspirations to be a ranked fighter. And I think it's pretty pointless. No one wants to see me get in the ring with an average sized guy and fight. And I genuinely believe that's a lose-lose for me. If I lose the fight, it's like ha ha ha, you lost someone half your size. If I win the fight, it's like, well, you just beat someone half your size. If you win, you lose. So it's a lose-lose for me to go into a fight world and fight, if I'm being honest. And where I see my career in the fight world is the freak fights. Fighting the giants, doing the 2v1s. And that I feel like that's where I belong. There's no point in me fighting Joe Bloggs, the normal average man. It's got to be the Mariusz Pudzianowskis of the world.
Your deal with KSW, is it exclusive, or can you fight for anyone at this point?
At this point, it's I don't even know.
Uh-huh.
I think it's exclusive, yes. But I think there's clauses in there where I can do the freak fights, like the 2v1s, because it doesn't compete.
I was just the reason I asked that is because I feel like someone of your stature, your size, your look would be a huge fan favorite over in Japan as well. They like those types of fights. So I was wondering if you ever thought about that or explored that.
I mean, if it goes on, I would love to be a part of that. But I say it's getting the right contacts. If you know anyone, please throw them my way.
Okay, we'll talk offline. But they seem to be treating you very well in KSW, and very excited to have you over there. This dream of being a fighter, after you accomplished so much in the strongman world, how did this all start? Where did this come from?
I mean, it just sort of fell into place really. Hathor Bjornsson offered me a fight after we sort of had a feud in the strongman world. So that came about. So I trained for boxing for a couple of years, fought Thor. And then I just sort of stepped back. I had a good year to myself, just working on my family. Had two more kids in that year. And then it was like, right, knuckle down again now. And then I got a contract to fight in Qatar against Brian Shaw and Martin Ford and people. So that's sort of clawed me back into the fight world.
You like MMA more than boxing as far as competing and training?
Yeah, I think I much prefer the MMA. I think, it plays into my strengths a lot more. At the end of the day, if you're strong, I think that's it's a good percentage of the battle in the MMA world. And as you can see here, going up against someone like Tom Aspinall.
Yeah.
I mean, he's proving a point that strength means absolutely nothing. But Tom himself is a strong guy. Like, you wouldn't believe how strong Tom is. He is a strong opponent.
What is that like? What is it like to be in there with arguably the best heavyweight in the world?
Very humbling. There's nothing like thinking you can fight and then getting in the ring with someone like Tom Aspinall, and he just plays with you. He can literally throw you around and stick jabs in your face like you're a little kid in a schoolyard. So yeah, it's very humbling getting to the ring with someone like Tom.
How often are you training with Tom or at his gym?
At least once a week. So I was up there this morning training with the Tom Aspinall camp. Now and again I'll spar with Tom. So yeah, it's just as and when, really.
So they put this fight together, the world's strongest fight, a dream matchup, if you will. You got to do some media with him last week with Mariusz. What type of vibe did you get from him? He's somewhat unflappable. He's somewhat stoic as well. I saw your great video blog about meeting him and your conversations, and it seemed like a lot of respect and love. But when you're facing off with a guy like him, who, let's be honest, at this point is somewhat of an MMA veteran, it's amazing that he's still doing this well over 15 years after his debut since coming over from Strongman. What type of vibe did you get from the legend?
I think Mariusz was really nice. He actually made me feel quite comfortable. Very pleasant, very smiley, lots of handshakes, lots of pats, lots of compliments, and same to him. There's no sort of disrespect there at all. I've got massive respect and admiration for Mariusz, and I think he has for me as well. Because he knows what it takes to get that World's Strongest Man title. He knows what goes into it, and you can't help but have respect for a man that's been there and done what you've done.
Do you think he's trying to be nice to you just to kind of like soften you up, lure you in, and then attack you? I mean, first of all, the 4-minute thing, an advantage for him. He's flexing his proverbial muscles there, the A side, if you will. Oh, this is my organization. This is my country. I don't know. Is this a part of a plan, do you think?
Maybe. But as I said, I would rather us have pleasantries and shake hands. I don't think it does us or the sport any favors if we're calling each other names and winding each other up and spitting in each other's faces. We've all seen that. It doesn't work, and it doesn't play off very well. So, if it is a ploy, then I don't know, fair play to him. But I know when that bell goes, I know Mariusz is going to flip that switch, and it's going to be every man for himself. So, he's not drawing me into a false pretense.
You mentioned you're around 160 kg. How much do you hope to weigh come fight night?
I'd imagine fight night, I'm probably going to be around the 155 kilo. I may even be close to 160. I'm not particularly bothered about my weight. My fitness is there as of now. So I've got no sort of goals to lose any big amounts of weight. And I think Mariusz is about 123, something like that. So there's going to be 30, maybe 35 kilos between us, which is quite a lot.
So 123 is 270 pounds for our American audience. And you said 155-ish? That's
Ish, yeah, probably more. Let's call it 157.
157 is 346 pounds. There's no weight limit here, right?
No, there's no weight limit.
Golly, this is unbelievable. This is tremendous stuff. Can I ask, what is, I'm fascinated by this. Like, can you take me through a typical day in terms of your diet?
I'm pretty much 90% carnivore diet. So loads of salmon and cottage cheese for breakfast. Lunch is like 1 kilo ribeye steaks with black pudding, bacon, halloumi cheese, loads of duck eggs. Dinner is usually the same. And snacks is sort of like full fat milk with protein powder and stuff like that.
Wow. And when you say loads of duck eggs, like how many are we talking about here?
Probably I have about 8 duck eggs a day.
Wow. And
Yeah,
what's the
I'm
difference
quite big on the eggs.
what's the difference between duck eggs and chicken eggs?
Duck eggs have got probably double the amount of vitamins and minerals and probably about 40-50% more protein as well.
Really? Wow. And you get them at the grocery store?
Yeah, we there's a special supermarket over here. It's Marks and Spencer's. It's like a snobby high-end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we get food from there.
I didn't realize they were snobby, but it makes sense because I know that they took over the Liverpool arena. I think it was called the Echo, and as a result of the naming rights going to them, they don't allow MMA there anymore because they think that they're above MMA. Have you heard this?
Yeah, hey man, it's Marks and Spencer's. You can't knock the Marks and Spencer's.
Okay,
It's literally
all right.
like it's like Queen, like
Oh, I didn't
Queen
realize.
royalty over here. Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, you can't knock them for that.
All right. I didn't realize. And so when you're training for a fight, are you also lifting a lot as well? Are you keeping up with that?
So up until 10 weeks out, I lift quite heavy, and then 10 weeks out from fight, I switch to just fight training and swimming. Actually, I do a lot of swimming, so
Wow.
I didn't do any weight training coming into a fight.
What do you enjoy more? Preparing for, I know it's relatively new for you, but like preparing for a fight or preparing for a competition?
It's a close one. I think mentally, I'm just so done with strongman.
Yeah.
Like, I've competed in strongman for 10 years, and it got to the point where I actually hated the sport because it just became such a stressful thing getting prepped and competing against the best in the world. So I would say fight prep is so much more enjoyable. You get in these camps and you're traveling around and you're fighting all these different people. You're learning, and I think that's what makes it exciting for me is you're learning all the time. Whereas strongman, you're not particularly learning; you are just lifting weight from A to B over and over and over again. And after 10 years, it doesn't become much fun.
When's the last time you competed in a strongman?
So my last strongman contest was, I guess won World's Strongest Man in the middle of, I think, May 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And then I retired. I did Britain's Strongest Man in the following January as a bit of a farewell to the British public. So that would have been my very last contest, Britain's Strongest Man 2018.
Wow. And you've never been compelled or had the itch to go back?
No, I did what I set out to achieve. I wanted to win the World's Strongest Man, and I did that. So that's like my childhood dream achieved. And then I guess the icing on the cake was pulling the 500-kilo deadlift. It was like the most historic, iconic lift in history in strength sports. And to be able to achieve that was just like the tip of the hat, the sort of cementing of my name in the strongman world. And that was enough for me to walk away.
In your video blog, you told an unbelievable story about kind of how troubled you were as a kid. I didn't realize 13 years of age, you're an alcoholic, you're doing drugs, you're kind of in a very, very dark place. And strongman or lifting weights, going to the gym got you out of it. How did you get into such a dark place at such a young age? I mean, I have a 12-year-old. I can't even imagine him doing the stuff that you're talking about, the drugs, the drinking. I believe you had a child as well, right?
Yeah, it was just like a series of unfortunate events. It started with the anxiety attacks sort of creeping in, and I believe that was from having very severe ADHD. And at the time, I just didn't know that I had ADHD. And off the back of that, was diagnosed with depression. And, I guess I just fell into the trap of feeling sorry for myself. And I'd lash out at teachers, at pupils. And obviously, I'd vent a lot of my frustrations out on drink. And, at 13 years of age, I was a paid athlete. So I was a paid athlete. I was a full-time sort of swimmer. And I spent all my money on drinking drugs, like almost every single day. I would get a crate of beers and just drink myself to sleep.
Wow. Who like set you on that path? Were there people that you were looking up to who were a bad influence, who told you this is the right thing to do at the time?
No, I mean, I say it's a tough one to gauge. I mean, it's just something that fell into place, and I just felt like that drink, especially, just was such a good coping mechanism at the time. It was just such a nice thing to do, and like an escape from this hell inside my head. So yeah, I just I went to that place as often as I could, really.
And how'd you get out of it?
Going to the gym. I think there's my mum sat me down one day and just sort of said, like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, you are throwing your life down the pan. You're expelled from school. Like, you've got to do something with yourself. And she ended up buying me a full-time gym membership. And I started going to the gym, I think, my late 14s, early 15s. And every time I went to the gym, I just felt good. I just started feeling better about myself. I'd walk out with this feeling of self-worth, this incredible feeling of self-worth. And that was like my new coping mechanism. Rather than going to buy a crate of beers, I'd go to the gym and train for 4 or 5 hours.
Wow. Did you finish school?
No, I did not. I was expelled from school at age 13. Yeah.
For doing what?
It was actually a fight that ended my school career, but it was usually something to do with my dick. So
with your what?
Usually something to do with my dick. It was just always my dick getting me in trouble, just fucking getting my dick out and shagging girls. And
okay. I thought like in the middle of class, you're showing off, the kibbles and bits.
Yeah, I mean, I probably did that.
Oh, wow.
In school, yeah.
My gosh, you were
nothing to be proud of.
You were a beast.
Yeah.
In a different way, I guess. And do you feel like the gym and all that, it gave you, we talk about the endorphins and feeling better, but then having to strive for this career, this thing, where do you see that for the first time and say, that's going to be my path, that's going to get me on the right trail to a good life? Where do you see that for the first time, strong man?
I mean, geez, I guess the ADHD took me down that wrong path, and all those incidents at school, what were because of sheer impulse, fighting and all that kind of stuff. It was just stuff that I couldn't really control, and going to the gym sort of reined all that in, and that I just became obsessed. Like I was with my swimming when I was younger. I was a national champion swimmer, and that sort of helped me keep my energy levels at bay. And then I sweat to the gym, and I just became obsessed with it. And I ended up, I ended up doing my first strongman contest when I was 19.
Wow!
And I think I put it on my Facebook page when I was 19. I'm going to win the world's strongest man one day. And here I am. There I was 10 years later. I won it 10 years later to the day when I did that.
To the day?
Pretty much, yeah.
Holy smokes. Are you familiar with Pacer Allen, Arnold Allen's father? He's a bit of a strong man as well.
Yeah, no, I do actually, yeah. No, so I speak to Arnold Allen just now and again on Instagram, just say hi and how you doing and that. Yeah, but I'm well aware his dad was a decent strongman.
Legend. All right, so how do we think this goes? Because I'm sure you know this. Mariusz has lost his last 2 fights in a row, both by stoppage. First time he was ever TKO'd in his last fight. Never been KO'd clean. But do you feel like he's on the back end now? Do you feel like he's ripe for the taking?
I mean, Lou, Mariusz is a fierce athlete. He's a fierce man. I think, we're both capable of knocking each other out, but I'd like to think that, it is one on points. I think is going to be the way it's going to go down, or it's going to be a a stoppage of some sort. It's going to be one of those two, in my opinion.
Okay, so points would be you going 8 minutes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think I can do the 8 minutes. I think it's going to be a tough ask.
Yeah.
But I think the 8 minutes is doable at this point.
Do you have a dream fight? A dream opponent?
This is pretty much my dream fight.
This is it.
I think so. If you're going to ask me, like, if you're going to put two world's strongest men in a cage, which two world's strongest men would you want to see in the cage? And I think it's me and Mariusz. Mariusz because he's got the experience, and me just because I'm game. I'm just want to get stuck in and have a go at it.
What if it wasn't a strongest man?
What if Mariusz wasn't a strongest man?
Meaning like someone outside of that world. Is there a scenario, maybe a 2-on-1, something fun that you've thought of that you'd love to cross off the old list?
I don't know. Maybe Jake Paul and Logan Paul. I'd love to get those two in a ring together.
Oh yeah, you versus them. I mean, they're a lot bigger than the Nafati brothers.
Yeah, but still, I think it'd be very uneven.
You think you could kick their ass?
Yeah, 100%.
Powerbomb.
Straight across the jaw.
I loved what you did though. Your back was against the wall. You didn't let them come, from the back. I believe there was a clause in there where you couldn't powerbomb, although it looked like a powerbomb if you ask me what you did to the young man there. So I'm happy you didn't get DQ'd.
Yeah, no, look, it was just like we had a good chat beforehand, me and the coaches did, and we just said, Luke, we're well aware of my power. And it was just like a mutual thing of no slamming on the neck, which I did not do and could have done very easily. I could have followed that powerbomb through and literally have snapped his neck. And, I didn't do that, but could have.
Can I ask you before we let you go, and I appreciate the time very much on this Tuesday, were you ever in talks to fight Dylan Dennis?
So the Misfits put that out on their Instagram, and there were no talks. I'll be brutally honest. There were no talks whatsoever. Well, I didn't know of any talks. There might have been talks behind my back, but I saw that on Misfits Instagram, and I immediately sort of messaged my contact through there, and I said, "You've got to make this fight happen now. I'd love to fight Dylan Dennis."
Oh,
so that may well happen one day. I probably would have thought, because they were meant to fight this Saturday just gone, weren't they? KSI and Dylan Dennis. If they'd have given me like 2 weeks' notice, I'd have taken that fight. I'd have fought Dylan Dennis on MMA as well.
How big are the gloves that you're going to be wearing?
4-ounce gloves. So
but what size?
Well, I tried on the 2XLs and they're very tight on my hands, so I've asked KSW to get me some 3XL and 4XL made.
Love it.
I'll probably end up in the 4XL.
Wow, what a scene it's going to be. What a scene. Eddie, appreciate this very much. Good luck to you. Just a few weeks away. Like I said, KSW 105 on the 26th of April. What a great scene it's going to be. You versus Mariusz Pudzianowski. A dream fight for fans of strongman, and it's very cool that you're doing this and training with the likes of Tom Aspinall in preparation for it. So I wish you all the best. Thank you for some time here, and looking forward to it very much.
Thank you. I appreciate your time, mate. Thank you, buddy.
You're the man. There he is, the great Eddie Hall, the Beast, they call him. By the way, XTB KSW 105 will be available exclusively on pay-per-view. Viewers around the world outside of Poland can watch it only on KSWTV.com. How can you gain access to XTB KSW 105 in Gliwice, outside of Poland? Fans from other countries can now buy their access on on KSWTV.com. That's for the event, KSW 105. This platform offers access to top quality materials. It also allows to watch the event both live and on demand in full HD. And it's where fans can get English commentary for the event, plus able to rewatch the event 7 days later. So that's big time stuff. KSWTV.com, or on pay-per-view here in Poland, KSWTV.com here in America. So it's an open weight fight, 2 4-minute rounds. Mariusz Pudzianowski going up against Eddie Hall. I have to say, I will be there. Not literally there, but I would like to watch it. And we've already laid this out. This is some kind of day. What a day this is turning out to be. April 26th. We got FA Cup semifinals. We've got Ben Eubank. We've got this card, KSW 105. We've got UFC in Kansas City. I might be missing something else. NBA playoffs will be in full swing. What else? Incredible. All right, well, looking forward to that. We move along now. Later in the program, by the way, Bret the Hitman Hart joining us at 3 o'clock. Jessica I with some breaking news. Yoel Romero joining us at 2. But let's talk now to a man who made some headlines last week. We told you first that Ryan Bader has parted ways amicably with the PFL. Had a long run, a successful run in Bellator, a light heavyweight champion, a heavyweight Grand Prix winner as well. And with one fight left on his contract, worked out a deal to, like I said, amicably part ways. We wanted to have him on to talk about what's next and what led to the parting of ways. He is kind enough to join us. Let's say hello now to Ryan Darth Bader. There he is. Hello, Ryan. How are you?
Good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Great to talk to you again. So I guess congratulations on being a free man. Can I ask, why did you want to part ways with one fight left on your deal?
Yeah. So we had that movie offer, and so I was looking to get a fight, this past summer, and basically, that was taking a little while. I was missing training, and I wanted to approach a fight, full training camp. And so I didn't know when I was going to fight. I didn't know who. It was kind of up in the air because I'm the Bellator champion. They acquired Bellator, but, going forward is kind of muddy, and so just kind of decided, let's have some fun, see if there is a possibility where we can get released, with one fight left. And we did. We were both happy. And now I have the opportunity to kind of look around. It was a different mind frame for me too. I'm 41 years old. I'm at that point now where, I could be done, but I'm looking for something fun, these different opportunities, whether that's MMA, grappling, boxing, anything.
You had the one fight sort of under the PFL banner against Renan Ferreira. You were representing Bellator in the champion versus champion. And we've seen some of the Bellator guys express some frustration, some disappointment in the business dealings with the new ownership, the PFL ownership. What was your experience like?
Yeah, it was fine. I kind of considered myself under Bellator banner the whole time, even with that last fight, it was Bellator versus PFL. So I really didn't have, a real deal fight under the PFL banner, so I was dealing with all the old Bellator guys, so it was more me than anything, It just came time where, yes, if I go into a fight, I'm looking to win, I'm looking to be a champion, stay the champion, all that kind of stuff. But that mindset, takes something out of you if you're like that, 24/7. I had 43 fights, so I was thinking about just being done entirely. But now that, I got my release and we see some of these new opportunities, come to our desk, I kind of want to get at least one more fight in and go out on my own terms, Last fight, obviously got smoked real quick and don't want to go out like that. And I want to go into a fight, knowing, hey, this could be my last one, and enjoy that whole process.
So there was a point there where you thought maybe you were done.
Yeah, I want to compete. And if that's not in MMA, I was like, okay, that's fine. But after last fight and going to that fight, I have one more fight on my contract. I had one left. So I always thought, okay, I have that, right? The movie came about. That took some time. And then, going back to the gym training and whatnot, just kind of like, when's my next fight? Who? I can't just go in there and fight anybody, which I would. It's kind of like, hey, just give me any kind of fight, but obviously there's got to be, Bellator champion versus kind of who. And that was taking a little longer than I wanted. I want to get one in kind of quick. And basically we talked and, I got released. And, for me going forward, like I said, I would like to do one more MMA fight. And we have some potential offers on the table. And so we're kind of collecting all those and kind of seeing what route I want to go.
Can I ask you about those offers? Can you tell us more about any of the intriguing ones?
We've been talking with Ryzen a little bit, and I have a couple kind of grappling offers, which would be more, just on the fun side. Ryzen's kind of intriguing, with that movie being filmed and about, Pride and Saitama Super Arena, all that kind of stuff with it. movie coming out in the fall. It'd be a cool little segue to go in potentially and fight in Japan after that, and that's for me, just thinking about that. I had interest in it, and it sounds fun. I want to go in there, and I've always liked to fight in different arenas, different organizations. Coming over to Bellator was fun. Doing the heavyweight Grand Prix was fun. And so this isn't just a normal fight to me. It's something that I would want to do.
I love that. Do you have a dream opponent in mind if it were there?
They're doing a heavyweight tournament. So, potentially somebody in there or maybe a winner. We got to talk and, get the money right, financials right, and all that kind of stuff before we explore it anymore. But that's definitely intriguing. And like I said, some cool grappling stuff. And, I'd be even open to some boxing, just something different. I've been in this sport for so long, and it gets monotonous a little bit. And I just kind of in a different mind frame from, okay, I'm going in there, I'm chasing this title, I'm winning this title, I'm keeping this title. Like I said, 41 years old, it was kind of time for me to step back and be like, okay, I want to do something that I want to do. I want to go into this fight saying, hey, it might be my last one. This is a fun deal. I'm excited about it. It's something new.
You mentioned the movie, the Smashing Machine on the life of Mark Kerr. You play the role of Mark Coleman, the legendary Mark Coleman, the Hammer. Is that all done filming? Are you all wrapped up?
Yeah, we got done last August. It was a good time. Obviously I don't come from that world at all. I got a text message from the director. All he said was, hey, it's Benny. I have a question about this MMA film. And I had no idea he was in the movie business or whatever. I blew him off for like 3 weeks. And then finally he's like, hey, I really need to talk to you. And then he told me who he was and whatnot. And so we did a Zoom audition and didn't hear anything after that for like another 2 weeks. Figured didn't get it. And then got a text like, hey, see you in Vancouver in 3 weeks. So we filmed over the summer. It was a lot of fun. Obviously the fighting, the MMA part is in my wheelhouse, but the acting, never done it before, but had a good time. Thought I did pretty good. And, so we'll see what happens with that too. There could be some opportunities, that stem off that.
Was that ever a thing you wanted to do, or this completely came out of left field?
It was out of the blue, honestly. And it was at perfect timing. Like I said, I've been fighting for so long. I wanted to do, explore different options. And that's kind of what led to, me parting ways with the PFL too. It just came about randomly. And I kind of felt the same things I feel when I walk into a fight, right? It's kind of an unknown. I've never done it before. It's scary. You have nerves, and it was new. So it was fun feeling that, outside of the fighting world.
Did you have to memorize a lot of lines?
Yeah, we had a good amount of dialogue.
Wow. How was that?
Based on obviously the documentary Smash Machine, and it follows that pretty well, and so if you watch that, you kind of see where Coleman comes in and out. We could use our own words, if we have the gist of the scene. So that was a little easier, but yeah, it was a whole new process for me to learn. We're in there. 13-hour days a lot of the times, Monday through Saturday, and it was a grind, but I think we made something special.
What was it like being on set with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah, he's a hard worker, obviously. He's outside of on set, he's in gym. He was super good to me. We'd talk a lot, coming on set and they have to set up and whatnot. So around each other a lot. And he was really interested in the sport of MMA, asking questions, interested in my thoughts, and everybody else is there, stunt guys and everything. So, it was awesome. And I think he's going to do it justice.
Just curious, did you speak to Mark about playing him? Did you have any interactions with him?
Yeah, I did. We spoke on the phone, and then I actually got producers to fly Mark Coleman up for about a day and a half so he can come on set and kind of, watch some scenes and see how it all plays out.
Is that like a different level of pressure to be playing the guy and he's watching you and you want to do his role, his life justice? Yeah,
it was kind of weird because he came on and we were doing a scene, kind of like the weigh-ins and stuff, and he was right there watching, and so, talking to the director and everything, I was like, hey, do you want me to try to mimic his voice or whatnot? And he was like, hey, you just do you. You know, what I saw in that audition on Zoom is perfect, and kind of run with it, you know, because directors don't want a bunch of the real guys, you know, in trying to change things and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I think we all did well. You know, The Rock played it good. Mark Kerr, he had his, you know, his mannerisms down, his walk. And the fight scenes are, you know, are pretty true to form. So if you watch the fight scenes in the movie, you know, they're spliced up a little bit, but it's actually what happened in the real fight.
Oh, wow. Were there other MMA fighters involved as well?
I mean, we had Boss Rutan playing himself, and we had Usyk.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Playing Igor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool, and he's a good guy, and got to kind of mess around with him in you know, the meantime while we're all waiting around.
Wow.
And yeah, and then we had a lot of like lower level guys in there as a stunt guys, you know, if they look like an opponent or whatnot. So that was pretty cool because I can go in there and I'm like, hey, let's make this look as real as possible. You know, I can give you a little bit, you know, because usually it's big no-no. You can't touch, you know, other people in there in the fight scenes. But there's a couple of times we're actually going at it pretty good.
Did you get a chance to lift with The Rock?
No, I lifted with his stunt double.
Oh,
Kind of why. And yeah, both big dudes. But yeah, I mean, Rock, he's big. I'm a big guy.
yeah.
You know, you walk in there and yeah, DJ, I mean, he's just jacked. He's big. He's tall. And, you know, obviously Kerr was too at that time. And he plays it really well. When he first walked in, we doing like a little camera test. He walked in, The Rock, with hair, all that kind of stuff, a fake nose, cauliflower ear. I didn't recognize him. He looks pretty good.
Oh, wow. I mean, and have they announced the release date for that yet?
It's going to be this fall.
Okay. And will it be in theaters?
It'll be, theaters and IMAX.
Amazing.
Yep.
So that's very exciting. And I think the Ryzen thing makes total sense playing off of that, going back to Japan. Did they reach out to you guys, or did you reach out to them? Did you come up with this idea?
I believe they reached out to my manager, yeah.
Brilliant. I love that.
And, you know, brought that across our desk, kind of, you know, told us about it, and definitely interested, and we'll see if we, you know, come to terms.
We've seen some guys go over to bare knuckle these days. Are you interested in that at all?
I mean, it would have to be a lot of money, you know, to do that. It's intriguing and all that, but yeah, I mean, it would have to be a ton of money to go in there. I love to compete in whatever it is. Like I was saying, if it's grappling, boxing, you know, bare knuckles a little lower on the list, but you know, if they make you an offer, you can refuse, you know, why not?
You were one of those guys several years ago. You were on a winning streak in the UFC. You were doing well and got a big time offer from Bellator, and it seemed to have worked out great for you in your career. But we're starting to see a situation where there are less options right now for fighters. Like there's PFL, but then that's it. And PFL buying up Bellator obviously eliminated one of those options. What is your take on the state of MMA right now, especially in this country? Do you think it's in a health? Obviously, the UFC is thriving and making a lot of money, but what about the rest?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. You know, I feel like when I left the UFC and signed with Bellator, there was definitely more options. You know, you had Bellator, PFL, One, you know, go down the line. And now, yeah, you really have PFL. You have, I don't know much about One, you know, and then potentially have some newer promotions coming up, you know, like the GFL, but it's kind of a scary deal because they're not really proven. They haven't had cards yet. You know, when I see a card, you know, happen, could be a different story, you know, but that's one of the deals where we're like, and not talking shit about them at all or anything like that, because I don't know, just hearsay, but it's like, okay, is it really going to happen? Are they paying these guys what, you know, the fighters are saying? It's intriguing, and if you can get in there and get a fat purse, and you know, if they go under in 2 or 3 fights, and then you got paid. But just one of those deals where, you know, I got to see them do an event first.
Have you talked to them at all, or your management?
Yeah, we talked to them a little bit. You know, they obviously did their draft and have teams, so you'd have to kind of come in as an alternate. So the other options seem more intriguing, but you know, kind of same deal. Just like the bare knuckle. You know, if you come and it makes financial sense, you know, it doesn't really matter what I'm competing in. You know, at the end of the day, there's times, and I wanted to be a champion. I wanted to, you know, to compete and whatnot, but I've been through all that. So now it has to make financial sense. And And I'm always going to want to compete. So I have to be smart about it too.
This is part of the reason why I think their format doesn't necessarily work, because if you want to, a fighter gets out of a contract, stuff like that, like all of a sudden you're locked in because you have this team format. I understand what they're trying to do, but I feel like fighting should just be, let's put on the best cards possible and not shoehorn ourselves into these types of things where we're trying to make the fight league like basketball or baseball or football, standard.
I agree, they want to be different, and stand out. And there's only, so many ways you can do that in this fight game, that was one of my concerns too, okay. Well, I was talking about potentially maybe getting released right when they were doing that draft. So I'm like, well, I guess that's out, So they might run a few, do a year of that, and then be like, all right, we're established now. Let's just put on the best fights, because I think that gets a little too complicated.
Yes. By the way, I saw you on the softball field recently with your old teammate Aaron Simpson. I believe you said it's been 25 years since you played.
Oh yeah.
How'd that go?
When I was a kid, probably more.
Yeah.
That was fun though. Get a couple of the old wrestlers back, some football players and all that kind of stuff. And we hit a couple of home runs. I mean, the fences weren't too far, about 100 yards, but I had my kids there and everything. And the first at bat, I totally whiffed at, the first pitch. And I'm like, oh, I can't strike out and slow pitch softball in front of my kids. But then hit a little homer after that. Yeah, Aaron's doing good too.
Is he still coaching, training?
He trains a little bit, we call it like kind of the old man training. They got a basement in Scottsdale, a bunch of like retired fighters and football players going to get together and get after it. And I think he helps some coaching here and there, but he's not really in the mix of competitively coaching.
Obviously, when we think of Arizona State wrestling, we think of Kane. Have you been following his story?
Yeah, I saw Kane right when he got released from prison, after he did his 9 months. I saw him at Fort Bragg. We're doing a little shooting competition and charity event. And he was in good spirits, and he said he was in there, he get some books on an iPad, and he did a lot of reading and thinking and whatnot. And, we see this, okay, yeah, he got 5 years, which is, terrible, whatnot. But reality, he has 3 served. He might do a year, a little over a year. So honestly, I think that was kind of the best case scenario, because I didn't think they were going to give him nothing or time served. And so, he'll go in there, keep his head down, and even the way he approached this one, taking full ownership of it, it's terrible what happened, but, he'll be in there and out before we know it.
Yeah. It seems like everyone is backing him, and every parent out there understands what was going through his mind to a certain degree and sympathizes
100%.
with him and his family. So it's nice to see the community get behind him. So in conclusion, for you, is it fair to say you're just looking for one more? That's it? Like you want the right scenario, the right setting. You want to go out on your terms. You're not looking for any long-term deals or anything like that. You want one last dance, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never kind of pigeon myself. That's why I'd never come out and say, hey, I'm retired, because if an opportunity comes along, like, I feel great. I feel just as good as at 41 as I did at 30, but there's a time to kind of move on. And, for me, I'm not going to go in and sign a 6-fight deal with somebody, I'm not even saying it's one. It might be, hey, fight 2 more times, but I don't want to put a definitive deal on that, So right now, it's pretty new. We're a free agent. We're looking at different offers. And for me, I want to approach this like, what is the most fun, lowest stress kind of? Like, I'm going to go in there with a great, frame of mind and go out there and have fun and maybe go out on my own terms, regardless, walking into something where saying like, hey, this could be my last one. And I haven't had that. Like I said, last fight, it was, I had one more. I had one more on my contract, so I definitely want to get one in.
Is there a guy, you've had a very long and illustrious career, a guy that escaped you that you never got a chance to fight that you wish you would have had a chance to?
Man, I don't know. I mean, DC is probably one of them.
Yeah.
Whether that's, we can do a little boxing match or whatever would be fun, but there's no guy, I fought everybody in this game. And so it was never one where I was thinking about like, oh man, I wish I had it. I wish I fought Shogun when I was at 205 at UFC. I was a big fan of his, Obviously Fedor is one of them and I got to do it twice, But yeah, I mean, maybe him something. But other than that, just kind of look at the options and be like, all right, yep, that looks like fun. Let's go do it.
You versus DC. I'll never forget that press conference. And you guys, you had a date, right? You were supposed to fight in New Orleans, were you not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we went over there to promote and everything, and then he got called up to fight for the title.
Right. I always wondered if you were really upset when you stormed the press conference. Were you just trying to sell the fight, or were you actually really offended or bothered by him?
There might be a little selling right there between us both.
I want the easiest guy in the division. I was like, okay, maybe he crossed the line with that, and maybe he really got pissed off.
Yeah, if we had a little gentleman's agreement, you don't have to go that far, right? You had a mic, and I didn't have anything.
Great times. Well, looking forward to seeing what you do next, and looking forward to that film as well. Can't wait for that. Maybe the greatest MMA documentary of all time. I don't think that's a hot take, so I can't wait to see what you guys do. Thank you for the time, Ryan. Great to talk to you, and all the best.
You too. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, there he is, the great Ryan Darth Bader. Who remembers that? I believe it was after the Anthony Johnson fight? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. MGM Grand DC press conference. I want the easiest guy in the division. I said, give me Ryan Bader. I think DC was shooting, and I'm not sure because Ryan's such a mild-mannered, nice guy. I don't know if he was, taking it as personally, as seriously, but it's one of the great press conference moments. Moments like that we don't get anymore because they do these one-offs. For a minute there, I thought the one-offs were good because each guy has his own moment to shine, but we really did get some great moments up there.
By the way, I mean, there's nothing stopping somebody from walking in on an individual.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, now you're just doing like
what?
Back in my day.
It's not the same.
It's the
Yo, we had some great ones when it was all the winners up there together.
I agree with you. I'm not arguing.
PT's Twitter banner is McGregor, Patty Houlihan, Cathal Pendred, Norman Park, all sitting up there together on that day.
Bobby Lawler sleeping. It's all good. I love it.
Great moments.
Great. But you can still have the Ryan Bader DC moment if somebody walks in on an individual press conference.
It's just not
I stand by it.
It's not the same. Crashing the press conference. Dana Black, Anderson Silva.
Oh, the Dana Black.
Connor holding court up there after beating Aldo.
Connor could still hold court by himself. He was by himself.
There's not the same
buzz. Even before everybody else.
You want the promoter standing next to you. Dana says something. He responds to it. Hey, Dana, give me this guy next. You don't have that. The magic's not there.
I don't disagree.
Guy in the division.
That was a great moment. It was a great moment. Look at that time. Who's messing with DC? DC was the man. DC was the man back then. It's people don't remember. For my money, is it possible DC was the second best ever behind John Jones? He was better than everybody, but he just wasn't better than John Jones.
Of course, they fought twice. I mean, one time.
I'm saying though, is he second? Is it possible
on the gear, as they say? Supposedly, allegedly.
Geez.
Allegedly. Wait, he tested positive, did he not? Hey, by the way, a bit of a controversial thing popping up regarding Jack Della Maddalena. Of course, one half of the main event, UFC 315 on the 10th of May. Apparently, there was some sort of GoFundMe or something set up to raise funds for members of his team to come over from Perth to Montreal to corner him. Have you guys seen this? Anyone see this? Anyone at all?
I didn't see it, but then I saw the response from, I think it was Bilal, to Jack Della's comment when he said, just when I was going to donate to your fundraiser so your coaches can come. Enjoy your Spirit Airlines.
Okay, wow. Bilal flexing, the champ. Anyway, my understanding, because I looked into it, because I was like, that's kind of weird. I mean, the guy is headlining, and obviously he was supposed to fight Leon Edwards, and all that went down. Apparently, it was just some sort of paid appearance, and the sponsor putting it on was trying to do a good thing for Jack. He never asked for it. He didn't need it. He didn't want it. This is according to his team. The appearance has been canceled. He's not asking anyone for any money, any funds, any charity, or anything like that. And again, according to his team, he's all well and good, sorted. Everyone's coming over who needs to come over. All the team members. There's no need for any charity, any donations, anything like that. And I can understand why this would bother Jack if it's not needed and not true. A, because it gives ammunition to his opponent, and B, it does look a little funky, right? I mean, he is the number one contender fighting for the belt, and he's asking for donations. It might be something that you see in a smaller organization, but you don't expect that sort of thing when you're fighting for a UFC title. So I wanted to see what was up. Like, are you guys really looking for donations? They cleared the air. They told me it's been canceled, and they told me that it was never something that they asked. Apparently, this sponsor just tried to do it to help out of the kindness of their heart, and it sort of went awry. So there you have it. In a matter of moments, we are going to hopefully be joined by Yoel Romero. It's been a while since we spoke to Yoel Romero. And of course, who could forget he is a part of one of the greatest interview moments of the last decade. We remember this one. In fact, just a couple of days before the last event that I ever attended, it was Yoel Romero against Israel Adesanya in March of 2020. Yoel is talking to the great Phil Murphy, Big Guns Phil of ESPN fame, still there, still doing his thing. And we all remember what happened, right? Shall we watch it just to mentally prepare us for this great opportunity to speak to Joel? And it is Joel, by the way. Okay, here it is.
Shorty man. Did it boxing. He beat him one time.
Oh my gosh. It's all I feel like the clip needs to be longer next time we play. I mean, for him, it's great, but like he sets it up with Muhammad, and do we have a longer version of it? Okay, well, let's play it again. I want to play. Can we play one more time just so I can digest it?
Yeah, here it is. Shorty man. Yeah. Did it boxing. He beat him one time.
Yeah, he's talking about Muhammad Ali. He was the shorter man, and he did the dirty boxing. And now Yoel Romero is the face of dirty boxing. He just won a couple weekends ago. Got a great knockout, killing it over there. His second win under the dirty boxing umbrella. He's an ageless, a timeless wonder. Unbelievably, they say he's 47. He looks 34. He looks fantastic. He's flipping over the ropes, knocking people out, looking like an absolute Greek god out there. He's the great Yoel Romero, the soldier of God himself. Always great to talk to him. Hey, my friend. Joel, how are you, my friend? ¿Cómo estás?
Ariel, you speak Spanish?
Of course, my friend. Más o menos. En poquito.
Oh, but very great.
Me gusta bailar, me gusta cantar.
Oye, pero tú has aprendido mucho.
Man, you lost me there. How are you?
No, really, man. Yeah, you learn a lot.
Where are you right now? Are you in a bunk bed?
Yeah, I stay and the I love this place. This is the room for my kids. It's a very quiet, a little dark, not too much light. I put the light on because I know I have a meeting with you. But I love this place. And this and the house, that's the most quiet place. And now I rest because I need to go training 3:00. I make a wrestling training session today, and now I stay very quiet. You know, I need to rest for the session, for the training wrestling session. Yeah.
I love it, man. You don't stop training, huh? You still do 2 a days?
I'm training only 2 times in the day, 2 sessions. 1 day, 2 sessions. 1 day, 1 session. Not 3 like years ago. Now it's only 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Today is 2.
Okay. And what are you training for?
Today, I'm training wrestling. That's the first session, and the 9:30, I make a little boxing, but it's only technique, not too hard. Now is the most hard session training for today.
But what I'm thinking, Yoel, is you're 47, right? Supposedly 47, they say.
No, in 2 days, 48.
Golly, you look like you're 30, 34. You look fantastic.
Thank you, bro.
It's unbelievable. And so why do you still do this? What else do you have to prove?
Hefty life. That's the most important. And I think in the second, God give me blessed anatomy. That's what I think.
Yes. How do you feel physically?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Amazing. No injury, no elbow pain, nothing. No have a pain in the knee and the elbow, nothing. My shoulder, no, I don't have a pain. I training very smart. I training smart, not too much crazy, like maybe 20 years ago.
So what's been the secret? Is it because you're training smart now to remain healthy, to remain active? Is that the secret to your longevity?
I think it's God.
God.
I think it's God. Yeah. I think it's God because many people do the same like me, training smart, but no heavily life in the sport, But I think it's God because when I have the injury in my neck, the doctor say your career is done. And thank God I'm still training, I'm still competing, I'm still can move my body, and I'm still work because many people broke the same because I broken the C4,
Yeah.
It's a very, very dangerous. Completely broken.
Wow.
Yeah, completely. And the doctor say, thank God you still die.
Do you think you didn't die because your neck was so strong, because you were so fit?
I think it's God. And the second, my traps. How you say in English?
Your traps.
My trap is very big.
Yeah.
Big. And she helps my neck is not down, But I think the thing is God. The first is God.
Okay.
The first is God. God saying, and now that's what I think. I think God saying, now you need to see what I do in your life. It's not you, it's me. Everything is about me. It's not about you. You are human. You are normal human. I am the God. I am the really power. That's what I think that God tell me when that's happened.
By the way, speaking of which, I saw when you walked out in your last fight, Dirty Boxing, you were wearing a T-shirt that said God's name in Hebrew.
Yes.
I speak Hebrew myself, so I was able.
I know.
We're brothers.
You are Hebrew.
Yes.
Remember. That's not the first time what I told to you.
Yes. So why did you wear that?
Because I love the God for the Israel.
Yeah.
I believe in Yahweh. I believe in Yeshua. I believe in the God of Abraham. I believe in the God of Isaac. I believe in the God of Jacob. Yes.
Amazing. Have you ever been there to Israel?
I never stay in Israel.
You gotta go.
I want to go one day.
That would be amazing. They'd love you there.
Yeah. I stay very close. I stay in
Jordan.
I stay in Jordan.
I saw you baptize Mike Perry.
Yes.
This is you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What was that like?
Amazing. That is amazing time. Look at Mike Perry. My crazy brother. I love that guy.
You went to the Dead Sea.
Yes. No. I stay in many places. I stay in. I go Jordan like 3 times or 2 times. I don't remember. Yes. That's the first time where I stay in Jordan. But I love Jordan. I love the people. I have a very good friend in Jordan. And I say I want it back again. And the people say, no, when you want it, you can come in. And I go again. And the second time when I stay in Jordan is amazing. I stay in the Mount for Nebo.
Okay.
Nebo was when Moses dead.
Oh, wow.
When Moses dead. I stay in many places. It's amazing. It's amazing. I said the people need to go to the Israel, Jordan, Arabia Saudi because this area is very rich in the history.
Of course, yes. It's the oldest region. You were so close to Israel. You were right there, right next door. You should have went.
Yeah, the next time I go.
Okay. I'll tell you all the spots. I'll tell you the tips.
Okay.
By the way, Yoel, Dirty Boxing, 2-0 now for you in there. What do you think of it? You like it?
It's amazing. It's amazing because I stay. Yeah. Oh my
God. Look at you. This is unbelievable, Yoel. You killed that man.
Yeah, bro. I feel bad after this. I feel bad because he not recover. He needed the
oxygen.
Oxygen. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. But believe me, I wanted a little play. I don't want to kill that guy. Believe me.
Yeah. No, I understand.
don't want to kill it. I want to play because I want a feeling. I make a boxer.
Yeah.
Because that's my dream. My dream, I want to make boxer.
Here you are.
In the future, I want to make a 1 fight or 2 fight and the really boxer.
Yeah. So who's
that's
the dream?
What I want to do it.
Well, you should do it. You're Cuban boxer's legendary. You should do it.
Yeah, I want to do, bro. I feel like that's my dream. I want to do it the same with my dad, my brother, my cousin. You know, all my families make a boxing. You know, and have a good history in the boxing for Cuba. My family has a very, very big name. Olympic champion, world champion, professional champion. You know, I want to do. I want to do. That it's the only way. I want to say my daddy. I do because when I so young, maybe 5 years, I want to do it, and my father say no. You not do it.
Why?
Wrestling. Because he says it's too dangerous.
So that's why you went into wrestling.
Yeah. He say no boxing. Another sport, but boxing, no go boxing.
Wow.
And my the another brother what I have more young than me, he do it.
Wow.
I say, why you say me? No, I think my dad don't want it because I am the first. Boys, you know, I am the first boy in the family for him. You know,
that's how it goes.
Said, no. I don't want my boy make a boxing.
we're always tougher on the first one, and then as we go down, we become less and less tough, right? With the kids. How many kids do you have now?
I have 4.
4. How many boys? How many girls?
3 girls and 1 boy.
It's always the wrestlers. They all have all the girls. You guys always have so many girls. The wrestlers.
1 girl is a wrestler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? How old?
Yeah. She is 15 years.
Wow.
15. And another one, she's gymnastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, she has 8 years. 8 years.
Yeah.
She is 2-time Florida champion, the regional champion.
Wow.
2-time. Yeah, it's amazing. She is amazing. And now many people watches it. And now look at it. She's the most. Ven acá, mami. Ven, mira. Papi está en una entrevista en TV.
Yeah.
Ven.
What's her name?
No, no, she don't want it.
What's her name?
Ana Mila.
An-
Ana Mila. Ana Mila Romero.
Ana Mila.
Sí. ¿Cambiaste tu nombre?
Ana Mila, ¿cómo estás?
She say she changed the name. ¿Cómo te llamas ahora?
Oh.
Capitán Moana.
Capitán Moana? That's your name now? She say the name now is Captain Moana.
Okay. Capitán Moana, ¿te gusta cantar?
Mami, él te pregunta si te gusta cantar. Tito. No.
No. Moana likes to cantar.
She said she don't want to talk to you.
Ah, gosh.
He said, I don't want to respond to him.
Okay.
Mami, ven acá, miren, es un amigo de papá. Please.
A mí no me gustan los amigos.
No. Oh my goodness. ¿En serio, Ana Mila? ¿En serio tú no vas a hablar con el amigo de papá? Oh.
Wow.
Mira. Él habla mucho de puños. Él habla mucho de puños. Él sabe mucho de puños. Estoy aquí con mi suegra. Is the mom, no, ¿cómo se dice? Grandmother. The grandmother is there here. She.
Yeah.
And now she taught. Yeah.
Okay. I love it. I love seeing you as a dad. It's beautiful. Do you think any of them will follow in your footsteps to become wrestling then fighter? Do you want that for them?
Ariel, for me, I can support all what my kid do it,
Yeah.
But I know is that she wanted to make a wrestling and boxer, taekwondo, whatever what you want, I support. But I do sport for many years, like maybe 40 years. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I make a sport for 40 years, and the secret for this is discipline. It's discipline. You need conviction.
Mm-hmm.
So you do it. It's not like a so 50%. No. It's 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You need to do 100%. Everything what you do in your life, do it 100%. Not like a 15, 16%. No. Maybe you can beat it. Win. But the most important is not win or you lose it. The most important is you do it the most best way you can.
Mm.
And that's what I taught to my kids. So you say you do something, think it, come to your bed, put your head here, and tú sabes, in Spanish, this is almohada. This is another teacher for you.
Thank you.
This almohada.
Almohada. Pillow.
Pillow, yes. Put your head in the pillow and thinking about it what you want.
Mm.
So you have a conviction. That's what you want. When you stand up and you put your feet and the mat, now you say, that's what I want to do. Now it's the 100%. I need to put it all myself in this commandment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told my kid. Chi training. It's only training like a practice. Tennis.
Mm.
And she learned about the discipline, how much you can push yourself in the life. You need to push yourself in your life because when I see the life now, I think the life is so easy, so easy. And when you compare it, the life for this time, for the time for my father, for my grandfather, now the life is more easy,
Yeah.
But life easy, the people is not stronger.
Yes. They didn't struggle.
Life easy, people not stronger.
Right. You have to struggle. Yeah.
And now that you never know what happened maybe in 20 years. Is it the life is changed? Is the time is changed? It's a little more stronger? It's no more easy? We have big problem because life is hard. The life is changed. The life is hard, and the people is not stronger. We have a big problem because all the time life is easy, more stronger, and then now the life is changed. The people, what you can do? Mama and daddy is not here with me. Now I need to, is not well, that's an example, no? Now we don't have no more water. We don't have more electricity. We don't have no more car. Now I need to walk many, many, many the longest distance. Wow. I don't like it because I have metro, I have a train, I have a car, motorcycle. Oh, where is my motorcycle? I don't have a motorcycle now. Oh my goodness. I need to walk for 10 miles. I have to walk for maybe 20 kilometers, 10 kilometers. No, it's not good. Oh my God, I don't want it. Yes, you need it. You need to push yourself. Now you can help. How? How I can help my daughter? I can give her something sometime. And sometimes I say, you need to go and take it. You need to feel it. You need to feel it. This test when you need to go and take something, when you need to go and fight for something, you need to test it. That's the you need to. This is the most important in the life for you, for your family. You need to help, and help is not all the time give. Take it now. Go and take it, because you never know what happened in your life in the future.
Yoel, you know what you're saying here is beautiful. So thank you very much. You're so wise. You have a lot of wisdom. It reminds me of one of my favorite moments involving you. One of my favorite moments. One of my favorite interviews of all time. I didn't do it. You did it with ESPN. You know which one I'm talking about?
I think is the when I fight Adesanya.
Yes, this one. Take a look. Let's watch it together. Let's watch it together. I want to ask you about it. Let's watch it. Here it is.
Shorty man did it boxing. He beat him one time. Everything is possible in your life when you believe. When you believe, everything is possible. You have two hands. Everything is possible. Go and take it whatever you want to do.
Legendary. Intense.
Yeah.
Wisdom. What a great moment, right?
Yeah, because this is is no. This is my soul speak. In this moment, my soul talk, because I talk about everything what I do in my life for this moment, for everything what I take it in my life. Many people know my history, my real history, where I very young, like at 12 years young, I make a decision. I want to make it something different in my life. I want to do it. I want to do my dream. I want to believe in in what I thinking, what I feeling in my soul. I say, okay, that's what you want. You believe it, you can, and now go. You need to go for this dream. You need to fight. You need to fight. You are going and fight for your dream. And this moment, what I talking, that's what I remember. I remember in this moment everything what I need to do in my life. You know, I don't know in English, but I trying in I want to speak in Spanish a little bit.
So you can speak in Spanish. We have a translator. She'll translate for you.
Beautiful.
You go with that, Andy?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, well, she's going to translate. Our director, she'll translate. You say it in Spanish in little parts.
Thank you so much, Ariel. Tú tienes que pelear por tus sueños.
You have to fight for your dreams.
Tú tienes que dejar tu área de confort.
You have to get out of your comfort zone.
Y ponerte en marcha para pelear.
To get ready to fight.
En ese momento donde yo estaba hablando,
that moment where I was speaking,
era mi alma la que estaba hablando.
It was my soul speaking.
Las mejores cosas que salen en una entrevista no son las que van puestas en el guión.
The best things to come out of an interview is not what you have written down on a script.
Sino las que salen del alma.
It's what comes out of your soul.
Son por las que tú has tenido que pelear y luchar.
What you've had to fight for.
Y eso fue lo que yo le transmití al mundo.
And that's what I transmitted to the world.
No importa la situación que tú estés.
No matter your situation.
Si tú crees y sabes a lo que tú estás dispuesto a hacer.
If you believe and you know what you're willing to do.
Ve y hazlo.
Go and do it.
Ya eres un vencedor.
You're already a winner.
Ya eres un ganador.
Already a winner.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Love it. I love the passion. And thank you to Andy. She's great, huh? She's a great translator. She works on our team.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oye, hablas exactamente lo que yo digo.
Gracias.
A ti, gracias.
Amazing. Can I ask you, what would be your message to Israel Adesanya? He's now going through a bit of a rough time. You fought with him. You spoke of that before his fight. Now, what's the message to him? The advice?
After the fight or now?
Now. You know, he lost his last fight, and some people are saying, oh, he's finished. He's too old. He's this, that. He's not too old, right?
No. I need a translator because I want to...
From the heart.
I'm here.
Yes. Okay, gracias. No creo que haya terminado su carrera.
He doesn't think his career is over.
Yo tengo un gran respeto por Israel.
He has a lot of respect for Israel.
Es un fantástico peleador.
He's a fantastic fighter.
Es muy inteligente.
He's very smart.
Pero él está peleando ahora posiblemente su pelea más difícil.
But he's possibly fighting his hardest fight right now.
Y es con su ego.
And it's with his ego.
donde el ego está cegando su inteligencia.
His ego is blinding his intelligence.
Y por eso es su pelea más difícil.
And that's why it's his toughest fight.
Y lo que yo le diría ahora,
And what I would tell him right now,
ojalá pueda ver este video.
I hope he can see this.
Y este consejo se lo estoy dando a él como si me lo tomara hacia mí mismo.
And I'm giving him this advice as if I was giving it to myself.
Tomando así el segundo mandamiento de nuestro Yeshua.
Taking the second commandment of Yeshua.
Ama a tu prójimo como a ti mismo.
Love others like you love yourself.
Oh, what?
We just lost him.
Why did it turn into like the Matrix there? What happened there with the screen?
It's a production things.
Oh my
video
God.
returns and
Yo,
such.
First of all, W Andy.
Oh,
W Andy. I mean, W's in the chat for Andy. I mean, that was incredible. W. Oh my gosh. That's not easy, by the way. But he's good when it comes to that stuff, right? Because he'll talk in like little short bursts.
There, it helps a
Oh my
lot.
God.
Yeah.
But I can't believe that just happened while he was talking like that. It went. What the? Did his phone die or something? What happened?
I'm not sure, but we're working on getting him back.
Wow. Well, we don't need a Fabiano. You've been bumped. More Andy content. W Andy. Andy is a dog. More Andy. We love Andy in this chat. Look at that, Andy. You've got
Thanks
a whole,
for the love, guys.
Yeah, you've got a whole freaking fan base here. It was like the Shadow Realm. It was like, what a guy. I mean, Yoel is just, what a great character. What a spirit.
Crazy timing for this to, like, the call to die.
Oh yeah,
Just dropping bombs and troops.
No,
and,
listen, it almost makes it better in that moment. I wonder if his phone died. I've never seen Zoom die like that. I guess it's just because we're doing it in this particular way, but way cooler than a regular Zoom chat dying. It just kept going. Doom, 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 doom. But he is such a unique character. Speaking from the heart, turning 48 in 2 days, I believe he said. Yoel Romero. The timeless one, yeah. Oh, April 30th. Oh, my son's birthday. So 28 days. His last fight, by the way, was in February of 24 when he beat Thiago Santos. So not that long ago. What a legend. 16-7 in MMA. But of course, a illustrious wrestling career as well. Yoel, we have you?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
No. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. Somebody called me.
Ah, okay. No problem.
Yeah, but I'm still here. The translator's here?
Yeah, Andy's here.
I'm here.
Okay, Andy. Pues estaba diciendo que me apegaba al segundo mandamiento de nuestro Señor Yeshua. Ama a tu prójimo como a ti mismo.
Yeah, he's saying that he left off saying, love others like you love yourself.
Y así que el consejo que le estoy dando es como si fuera a mí mismo.
And he's giving out that advice like he's giving it to himself.
Toma tiempo en recuperarte. Trata de no hacer sparring fuerte donde puedas tener golpes y trata de no desgastar tanto el cuerpo. Lo que necesitas es recuperar el cuerpo.
Try to not get hurt sparring. Try to not take any like big hits. You need time to recover your body.
Es lo que necesitas, recuperar el cuerpo. El cuerpo está desgastado.
His body is like wasted a little bit. He needs to just recover his body, get it back.
Porque ha tenido, disculpen, sorry. Ha tenido golpes fuertes.
He's had some strong hits.
Y eso ha hecho disminuir sus neuronas.
And that has diminished his neurons.
Cuando las neuronas disminuyen y pierden fuerza, el cuerpo se debilita.
When that happens, when they start to lose their strength, then the body weakens.
Y eso trae mucha inseguridad en sí mismo.
That brings a lot of insecurity in yourself.
Y esa es su mayor pelea ahora, donde él está peleando con su ego, y eso está haciendo que se ciegue inteligentemente.
And that's his biggest fight right now. It's with his own ego, and it's making him be blind to his intelligence.
Okay.
Toma tiempo, Israel, descansa un poco, toma vacaciones, oxigena, que llene de oxígeno su vida, que no solamente piense, porque ahora está peleando que tengo que regresar, tengo que demostrar algo. Y ese es el error.
He's saying to take a break, take a vacation. You have to oxygenate your body. That don't think that you have to fight, come back. You need to just take a minute.
Habla con Dana, habla con UFC, que te den un tiempo para regresar, para volver a ser el mismo Israel. Todavía está ahí.
Talk to Dana, ask for a little bit of time so that you can get the real Israel back. He's still in there.
Vive una vida saludable.
Live a healthy lifestyle.
No sé. Te estoy dando un consejo. No conozco tu vida personal.
He's just giving him advice. He doesn't know his personal life.
Sure.
No alcohol. No cigarros.
No alcohol, no smoking.
Una vida sana. Come lo más sano posible.
Live a healthy lifestyle. Eat as healthy as you can.
Rodéate de personas sanas.
Be surrounded by healthy people.
De personas que no estén hablando de deporte.
People who are not talking about sports.
Que te hablen del mar, del océano, de la historia. Cosas que llenen el alma y el espíritu.
That talk to you about the ocean, the sea, history, things that'll fill your body, your soul.
Nada que tenga que ver con deportes de contacto.
Nothing that has to do with contact sports.
Ningún deporte que se acerque a lo que haces.
No sport that is coming close to what you do.
Si vas a ver películas que no tengan nada que ver con guerra.
If you're going to watch movies, nothing related to war.
Todo lo contrario.
All the contrary.
Que te llene de pasión y de amor.
Let it fill you with passion and love.
Eso va a hacer que tu mentalidad y tu inteligencia vuelva a abrirse.
That's going to make your intelligence, your mind open up again.
Como también se abre el cielo cuando está con amenaza de tempestad.
Just like how the skies open up when the rain's going to come down.
Y de momento sale el sol y las nubes se corren.
And then the sun comes out, clouds go away.
Esa es mi opinión.
That's his opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Y creo que cuando regreses y Dana White y UFC te dan el permiso de estar un tiempo de descanso, creo que te lo mereces porque has hecho un magnífico trabajo.
And when he comes back and, he says, talk to Dana and the UFC, hopefully they'll give you time to rest because you really deserve it. You've done an amazing job.
Vamos a tener otra vez al mismo Adesanya.
We're going to have the real Adesanya back.
Sí, a ese mismo guerrero de los muñequitos japoneses que te gusta ver.
That same warrior of the anime warriors that he likes to watch, yeah.
I love it. Great advice. You're such a good guy, Yoel, and I'm so happy to see you thriving and being successful and continuing to fight. And you still have a lot more fight left in you. Boxing, MMA, you're with GFL, you're with Dirty Boxing.
GFL is coming out. It's with Musashi.
Musashi, unbelievable. So we will talk to you before that one as well. It's a pleasure to speak to you and a pleasure to catch up with you. Keep doing your thing, my friend.
Thank you so much. All the time it's the pleasure to talk to you, my brother.
Same here.
Thank you for the translator.
Andy, legend.
Andy, amazing work.
Muchas gracias.
Ay, gracias.
Amazing.
Un placer.
Thank you, Yoel.
Dios los bendiga. Shalom.
Shalom, my friend. Shalom. All the best. There he is, the great Yoel Romero, the timeless, the ageless one. What a legend. And great job, Andy. Great job. Yeah. That ain't easy. Golly, that ain't easy. So good, so concise. I actually understand Spanish. You got everything right. I knew it. I was trying to see. I knew the whole thing.
This was a test?
No, I have
I'm
no
just
idea.
kidding.
Some words.
Happy to do it.
Entrevista, this and that. She's directing the show while translating. Yoel Romero. W Andy. All right, let's move along now. We've got Bret Hart coming up at 3 o'clock, but we wanted to talk to our old friend Jessica I. We haven't talked to her in quite some time, and she has some news to share for all of us. So without further ado, we go back to the monitor and say hello to Jessica Evil Eye, the pride of Ohio. Hello, Jessica. How are you? Long time.
I know, Ariel. Long time. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Honestly, I'm really, really good. You know, my time away from the UFC and my time away from fighting has really been good for me.
What have you been doing?
Gosh, well, there's been a lot. So we won't unpack all of it.
Okay.
But, a lot of it was, really dealing with a lot of physical health that I had went through that I think a lot of people didn't understand, like what I was going through towards the end of my fight career. I think a lot of people like kind of got confusing, like at times when I started missing weight and started having all these problems. I don't know if you knew this or even saw it, but I ended up contracting a parasite.
Oh, I did know that.
You ever heard of that show, The Monster Inside Me?
Yes.
Yeah, legitimately, Ariel, there was a monster inside me. Like there was a worm about that long.
What?
Yes. I passed that worm about 5 weeks before I had my retirement fight with the UFC, which was back in 2022. And after that happened, in all reality, I wasn't ready to retire, but my body was just so exhausted. I mean, I went through so many health issues that, only the UFC really knew about. My gallbladder removal, getting sepsis, getting E. coli, and having all these struggles that, right before I had my retirement fight, we finally found it. I met this lady named Kylene that works out of Cleveland that did all of these special tests on me to find out that I had a parasite that had been living in me for roughly about 7 years.
Geez, how does that happen? How does that develop within you?
Well, I mean, I think we're starting to see more information out about like nutrition and understanding. I mean, we saw Dana make a huge transformation with his body by good nutrition, the correct testing. So for me, it was like finding the right people that believed the symptoms I was going through, right? So, gosh, I mean, I fought with a world title with a parasite in my gut,
Jeez.
and nobody believed me at times when I struggled those 2 times to make weight or 3 times to make weight, that I kept saying like, things aren't right. I don't feel good. Why am I gaining weight all the time? Why am I not losing weight? Why do I just feel like I'm kind of crazy in the head too? That I found a really amazing doctor named Kylene Bogdan out of Cleveland, Ohio, that believed in me. And we did this special test and we found the parasite.
And what does that feel like when that's in you? Like what kind of symptoms are you dealing with?
I mean, so many things. So like, it's so funny, even down to like, I feel like I look at pictures of myself and I just realized that it was so inflamed because of nutrition, because of what it was doing to me. So overall body inflammation, injuries, I mean, like anxiety, issues with memory, issues with cognitive thinking, it would mess, it's a parasite. It literally attaches to your body and it sucks your nutrients. So it was slowly doing that. I mean, to the point that I felt like I was almost dying. That,
Jeez.
it kind of all comes full circle, right? So I took that time off, and I'm proud to announce.
Oh, here we go.
I said, I'm super excited. After a long time of negotiation, I am signing with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Wow. That's our breaking news music. Okay. Why are you doing this?
Because first of all, I think that we all can contest to my fight style, right? I started out boxing. Stipe and I both did, right? We both came from strong style. We both started out our career with boxing first. Our coaches had us do boxing matches, and I think that showed throughout our whole career, right? Mm-hmm. We had solid striking abilities. So, after I retired and spent some time working on my mental health, working on my physical body, I was just like, I know I'm not done. And the fact that Jake Paul and just the way that boxing has been going and watching Bare Knuckle just, take a completely new lane, why not? I'm still young. I still have all the ability in me to be able to fight. And they need some good strikers over there. You know, some of us good MMA girls need to come over and show them, how tough we are.
I love it. So is this because you hadn't fought since 2022? Did they reach out to you? You reach out to them? How did the ball get rolling here?
It's kind of crazy. They reached out to me, and they'd reached out to me right after I retired. And, I was really I needed a break. I feel like I started fighting when I was 19. It had been nonstop for me, that I didn't even know who I really was, that me stepping away allowed me to spend more time figuring out who I was. I mean, Yolo was just saying it, right? He was just talking about how you need to sometimes get away from the industry. You need to step away and reset your mind so that you can be that warrior, be that person we were when we first started fighting, who was fierce and, could go in there and put on a beautiful performance. So, they had reached out to me. I live in Florida now. Oh. I absolutely needed to get away from, Cleveland and the lack of sunshine. I will always love strong style. I love all those guys. They know that. But there's something about sunshine. Yolo was just saying it. Go outside, have conversations with people that are outside of the industry, and rejuvenate your soul. So, here we are after they'd knocked on my door a couple of times, and I threw out some crazy numbers to them about wanting me to return. And when they finally came financially correct and motivated me enough to be like, you know what? Maybe these guys will take care of me in a way that, I wasn't taken care of in my UFC fight, my fights.
Yeah.
And that's financially rewarding. I mean, we do want that, right? As much as everyone will say it's not about the money, but it's not also about the brain damage, or the physical, damage our body takes. It's got to be somewhat motivating, right?
Yes. Well, you guys you're prize fighters. Sometimes people don't want to admit that, but ultimately we all live for money, right? We work, we want to support ourselves. Like fans want to believe that you guys are just doing this for the love of the game, but you can't go to the bank and deposit for the love of the game. You can't go to the bank and deposit a title. You need to have something to actually walk away with, to show that you put your mind, your body, your spirit through the ringer. And so, yeah, you guys deserve all the money in the world. That's why I've always supported fighters getting paid as much and more than you guys do get paid, especially in MMA. As you probably know, you've done your research, you've watched. Bare Knuckle is rolling right now. They're on fire, and it is still a gruesome type of fighting, right? There are some fans who just say like, this is too much for me. Did you need some time to warm up to it? Seeing some of those knockouts and those cuts and those bruises?
What's really funny is I went to my first event back in December, right? And it was gnarly, like I definitely I like fighting, right? And I like boxing. And it wasn't until I went there that I realized how savage some of these fighters are, right? Like, and even having a conversation with David Feldman about, kudos to David Feldman. It's been extremely generous with his communication and his, communication throughout this entire process. Made time for me, talked with me, gave me his opinion on everything and, kind of what their direction was with me. So with that being said, when I went to my first event, I was like, okay, this is crazy. This is cool, but it's totally up my wheelhouse. I mean, if I was given an opportunity to take a boxing match, maybe on an MVP card, I would absolutely take it. I think that's, my best. I think that's what I'm my best at. I mean, I think we can contest to seeing my fight style, knowing if I can throw these hands without having to get taken down changes the whole game plan, with everything.
So, okay, so you signed with them. That's official. Do you have your first fight lined up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
When is it?
Yeah, it's going to be May 10th in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay. Against who?
You know what? Ariel, help me out with this.
Okay.
Right? Who's the girl? Who wants to take it? Who wants to be Jessica Eyes, out of retirement fight? Because I feel like, I know that any of the girls that are going to be in the division, I don't want them to think that I don't respect them and I'm just going to come in here. I'm willing to show what I'm made of. But I mean, I've gotten over 17 UFC fights. I've got over 25 pro fights. I think I'm built for a good fight. So I'm hoping they come with somebody correct.
What weight class?
125.
So obviously the first one that comes to mind is Paige Van Zandt. Is she a possibility?
I was trying. Me and Paige actually met up and talked at that event. And Paige, you and I both said it. Like, bare knuckle, talk with her, right? Like me and her we were ready to do that. We had 2 times before that we were supposed to fight, my returning flyweight fight to the UFC that, hey, let's make it happen, right? I know she's with GFL, so I don't really know the dynamic. I mean, they had, proposed an agreement with me that I turned down. I'm absolutely done with MMA. I'm done with MMA in that way. I'll help coach, I'll help other people, but I have no desire to step into an octagon again. I would much rather just throw these hands.
Any particular reason? Is it just because of the type of training, your body? Why are
my
you
body
done?
overall my body, my back, so anybody who know, the PI knows, right? My back we had to manage that for so many years. I mean, DC one time came backstage before a fight because he knew how bad my back was. And he was like, you got this, girl, it'll be all right. Like, it was actually before the Valentina fight. And I was so injured and so messed up that he came in the morning of the fight and gave me some positive words. And I'm just like, yeah, it's all right. It's just the back. I can still do this. But, considering the difference of the training, my body is just developing. I'm in better shape. It's easier to do. I don't have to worry about blowing an ACL out at, in my 30s, because that seems like the worst possible thing in the world to me.
And so you've agreed to the date, but is it just basically like, get me an opponent, you'll fight anyone?
So to be even more just upfront about everything, this has been a negotiation for a while. They actually wanted me to fight in Dubai this week.
Okay.
And I don't think they could secure an opponent. So that was kind of the biggest issue. But still, I'm not really sure who the next opponent will be. I know that, there's been some girls, online that always say stuff. And, look, I'm coming into this with just enjoying fighting and wanting to get my chance to showcase. If someone wants to create beef with me, that's, it's going to be boring for them.
Okay. And how many fights did you sign up for?
Just one.
Oh, okay. And why is that?
They want, so I'll say, let's just say this, right? We're getting our relationship going between me and bare knuckle. And like I said, David has been absolutely incredible, right? He has been upfront about everything, about my demands when, saying that, hey, look, I would like to make this kind of money, right? Like we can get there, and we did. And with this type of, maybe 3 fights and then I fight for a title, or 3 wins and I fight for a title. But we just started with like, hey, let's get this fight undergo, see how we do, and then we'll move forward.
Okay. Have you talked to any of the female fighters about, like, maybe in your conversations with Paige, about just what it's like to get hit with, bare knuckles?
Gosh, Ariel, what's crazy is like all we did in MMA was 4 ounces of glove. And I'm not saying that there's a whole big difference, but I trained with men my entire career. And that was not necessarily the best thing to do, but I know what it feels like to get hit in the face, right? With some very strong punches. Yes, maybe they're not exactly bare knuckle, but if anybody knows anything about my childhood, I've seen my fair share of knuckles, unfortunately, from family members more than opponents. So.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, I hate to hear that.
Oh, I mean, you knew a little bit. You knew that me and my father, unfortunately, had some stuff. But I feel like if there's going to be a person that's meant to do this or help the other girls who's meant to do something like this, who understands it, I feel like I can be a great add to this. I could be one of those other people that, brings notoriety for fighting in the positive way, and it's my artistic expression, right? It's my church. It's my therapy,
Is there any chance that it's just like you want to go out on your own terms, healthy, in good spirits, and you just do this one and then you're good, you're content?
I don't want to just do one, right? Because then, I don't know. And that's hard to say. I know I'm going to go out and win no matter who it is, right? Like, there's just been so much mental work that I have done over the last 2 years of my life and the position it's put me in. I feel like at times I'm not even the same person that I once was. And I mean, who is, right? Who are we? Who we were at 20, who we were at 30 are not, who we are at now. I'm 38, right? I'm not the same person. That would be a travesty if I was.
Seeing what they're doing with Conor leading the charge, he seems very much into it. He seems very passionate about it. He's at all the events. He's holding court, press conferences, face-offs. What do you make of that partnership?
I think it's great. So I literally was at the event this past weekend, and I was shocked. I was was like, wow, Connor's actually here at this event, because I had been to the other one. I know he does come to them, but I know he's busy. But I actually went over and, said, Connor, please make sure they take care of me. Like, I promise you, I'm going to come in, guns blazing. I'm going to fight harder than I've ever fought, because punching and, boxing is my style, and considering I was actually just training this past weekend with Leah, the Soul Snatcher, who's at the same gym as Bret Hart. And I don't know, a little bit of kudos to me. Johnny, Bret Hart's coach, said, Jessica, you're perfect. You're going to be a BKFC champ.
Damn.
Your fight style, your movement. He's like, I'm going to call it now. You're going to be the champ. And, I wish for nothing better for myself than that. So when I seen Connor and seen everybody at the event this past weekend, I was like, hey, take care of me and I'll give you the best fighter that you've ever seen, and that's what it's about, right?
I know that you say you're done with MMA, and you told us about how sick you were, and that's unbelievable that you're fighting for the belt with a 7-inch, I think you said 7-inch worm in your gut.
Literally, people who follow my Instagram, it was that long.
Jeez Louise. Can you at least look back on do you look back on your career with fondness? Do you look back with pride and happiness? Or do you feel like, man, if I wasn't sick, if I wasn't feeling this way, if I didn't have this inside of me, things could have gone differently?
It would be wrong for me to say that, like, if I didn't have that or if it didn't, it was just a part of my story. It's what's helped me get to this position in my life. It's what's allowed me another opportunity to fight again and given me another opportunity to move forward. And my coach, I'm working with 2 new guys out here in Fort Lauderdale. Zeke is my boxing coach and Zach is my strength coach. But he said to me, Jessica, once you fight this bare knuckle, people are not going to even remember your UFC career and some of those losses and that knockout that seems to haunt you so much. They're going to see you for who you are now. And that's what's most important. So for me, it's like, I can't discredit that girl that got me here today, and got me in this position to be financially, taken care of in a fight and also being given the opportunity to fight again.
Well,
so you know what I mean? Like, you can't discredit the old,
Sure. It helped shape you into who you are today, into what you've become. And this is a new chapter. So looking forward to it. Congratulations. Good luck in training. Good luck in the debut. You said May 10th?
May 10th. Yep,
May
Salt
10th,
Lake City.
Salt Lake City. Opponent, the dreaded TBD.
I know.
We'll see who steps up. Open challenge.
Open challenge, ladies. Let's go. Come on.
I love it. Well, good luck to you, and I'm happy that you're healthy and in good spirits and good shape, and looking forward to seeing how you do over there. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you.
There she is, Jessica Evil Eye, the pride of Ohio, now living in Florida, and as you just heard, the newest member of the BKFC team. They continue to add familiar faces, so let's see how she fares with them. Everyone going over there. Interesting time where you'll have no names from the world of MMA go over to BKFC, go over to boxing, go over to grappling, all kinds of stuff. In a matter of moments, my friends, we are hopefully going to be joined by a very, very special guest. If you know me, you know how much this individual means to me. Like I said at the top of the show, the first person that I ever, like as far as a famous person is concerned, first person that I ever looked up to, that I ever admired, that I ever wanted to be like. Later I was a gigantic Patrick Ewing fan. He's my favorite basketball player. I loved Thurman Thomas as well. Loved those Knicks teams, those Bills teams. I was an Expos fan and all that. But the first celebrity, if you will, larger than life hero that I ever remember capturing my attention, my love, my admiration was Bret the Hitman Hart. And it was partially because of how cool he looked, the hair, the glasses, the pink, the tights. Still love pink till this day. It was also because of how he wrestled, the intensity. He represented Canada. I love the Hart Foundation, the yin and yang of him and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I remember when he got screwed, WrestleMania 4 Battle Royal by Bad News Brown, hit him with the, I believe it was the Ghetto Blaster, I remember feeling some sort of way. Like this is when wrestling really works. You feel something in your soul. You wanted your guy to go over. You wanted your guy to get that W. And honestly, it was in that moment that I think I fell in love with him. Now, WrestleMania 4 was 1988. So I was 5.5, believe it or not. I was watching wrestling back then. My dad was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Yo, man, Pops, it's Bret Hart. He just got screwed. We need to watch this over and over again." And then I had the rings. I had the LJNs. I would recreate it. And as I've said time and again on the show, getting shots at the doctor, my mom would say, "Close your eyes, think of something that makes you happy." And I remember exactly where I was. I thought of Bret Hart winning the WWF Championship. And this is before he became a single star, before he became, that guy, the champion. But the thought of him winning made me happy. That was my happy place. And I've wanted to have him back on the show for a while now. And I'm really thankful and grateful that Jesse Katz of Roots of Fight, my favorite brand, incredible people, incredible human being. Him in particular, he's been fighting, thriving, scratching, clawing his way to get to this point, has done such a great job. He helped coordinate all of this. And so it is a massive honor for me, a massive privilege to say hello to, in my opinion, the greatest of all time, not just my opinion, everyone's opinion. The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. No one represented this flag on the international stage better than he did. The first man that I ever looked up to, the first man that I ever admired, the first man that I ever wanted to be like as a youngster, to have him on the show, hard to even express into words how much it means. Without further ado, let us say hello to the one and only Bret the Hitman Hart. There he is. Golly. Bret, how are you?
I'm really good.
It's a huge, huge deal for me, a huge honor for me to have you on the show. It makes me even emotional just talking to you because of how much you've meant to me and so many like me of my age. So thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
It means a lot to me too. So I appreciate that.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I can't be happier. Everything's really good.
Life is good.
Life is good. The Hitmen are in the playoffs. We're up 2 games. A lot of little things. Everything with my family's good. Things are very positive for me right now.
Lovely to hear that. So happy to hear that. And congrats on the Hitmen. And we are pulling for them. Love what you've been able to do with them over the years. Obviously, and there you are representing one of the great logos, one of the great jerseys in all of sports. Obviously, this past week, at the end of the week, we got some tremendous news. You continue to make history, even at this point in your life. You're now going to be the first man to ever be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame 3 different times. 06 as a singles competitor, 19 as a tag team competitor, and now the first match to go into the Hall of Fame. You and Stone Cold back at WrestleMania 13, historic stuff. When did you find out about this?
I found out a few months ago that it was going to happen, but you never know. It's never going to happen till it happens. So, and then I just found out a few days ago that the announcement came out, and so that kind of verified that it was in fact going to happen for me. But it's a big honor. I'm really quite proud of that, especially that match and the work that I had with Steve Austin. I think it's, if you ask me in truth if I thought there was a better match somewhere, I mean, I don't think there's been a better match. It was just magic what we did that night.
So that was actually what I was going to ask you. You've had a litany of legendary matches. Where do you rank that one? Is it literally at the top?
It's been at the top probably since I had it. And, I have like my all-time favorites. I think the match I had with the Bulldog at Wembley was probably my first greatest match. In the sense that it was the first one that wasn't a team, or it was just me by myself going out there and putting that match together. And that was a beautiful match. And the Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels. I mean, you can say what you want about our relationship, and the truth is that it's hard to top that match. That was a great match. Two guys in their prime pitted against each other, both going 100 miles an hour, giving everything they could. And those are my top three. But Steve Austin match was just such a gem. Like all the little things in it, the little twists and turns, and the objective was sort of an experiment. I don't think anyone realized that I knew, and Steve found out that day that I was going to turn heel the following night on Raw. I was going to do an interview where I turned heel on the fans. But we were the only two that knew that. And I don't know, even in Steve's case, that it necessarily helped him and I put the match together. But knowing that was going to be the end result. But I also knew, my instincts told me that Steve was also going to turn. I think Steve's attitude at the time was that he was going to try to resist that a little bit and try to stay heel for as long as he could, and maybe was going to turn eventually down the road, which is basically what happened. But I was like, I kind of knew it was a heel turn and a babyface turn all in the same match. And the psychology of that and just the way we orchestrated it I always think about, when I walked out to the ring, I got a pretty hearty cheer from everybody. I was the good guy and I was the hero going out. And when I walked back through the same crowd at the end of it, I was definitely the bad guy. And it was like, so what happened in 30 minutes or 35 minutes that changed all that? And that's the storytelling. I think that the reason I think that match was as great as they're saying it is today.
It's one thing to want to do that, but then to actually execute it and then have the fans fall in line. I'm wondering if you were nervous. You guys want to do this, but were you nervous about like, hey, they love me so much. Are they actually going to get it? Are they going to turn on me as well?
I had no doubt in my mind. Like it's funny because Steve and I had worked at Survivor Series not that long before the match, and we kind of threw everything into that match, and that was a great match too. We threw everything but the kitchen sink into that match, and things developed over that time. I think when Sean forfeited the belt and all that, it was kind of like, I know heading into WrestleMania, I thought it was going to be Sean, me wrestling again. And it's like that got changed or altered. And suddenly it was like, it's you and Steve again. And it's like, we just wrestled each other and did everything. Like, I thought I'd wrestle Steve. I love working with Steve. But at the time I was like, I'd rather work with Steve next SummerSlam. And by then we can kind of develop a new identities and have a new story kind of for them. And I thought it was time, because I went over pretty straightforward and clean right in the Garden. And so when they said it was me and Steve, and then when we were told it was a no holds barred I quit match, it was like, it really just puts a limit on the match. Like you lose all the false finishes. I remember going, it's the kiss of death. Like the Bob Backlund match I had a few years earlier was a similar thing, where the I quit match, and it was like, it hampers the storytelling, and it limits you to what you can do. And I remember when I showed up in Chicago, Steve and I went out to the ringside, and he sat on the ring apron and I sat in the front row, and we just kind of talked to each other. And we were both like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. What the hell can we do? Like, did everything, and so it was kind of this blank page. And, I just remember sort of thinking, like, reassessing everything and going, this reminds me of a school fight. It reminds me of back when I was as a kid in school. And it's like, I'm kind of like the popular guy in the school when everyone likes me, and maybe I'm the quarterback on the football team or something like that. And it's like, and you're this sort of badass kid that just came into the school, and you're causing all kinds of problems for everybody, and everyone's kind of talking about you, and there's that buzz in the hallways. And I can remember this in my own lifetime, where it was that kind of vibe, and it's like, and I remember we just started there. It's like, I see it like when you and me get in the middle of the ring. I said, I think it should be you just charge me, take me right off my feet, and we just start going at it. And then we just kind of just kept piecing it together, one little piece at a time. Like, then this would happen, and how about if we go out on the floor? Because that was the only directions we got from the office or Vince McMahon, was that you guys can fight through the crowd and go up through the barriers and up through the stands. We'll have security all around you, and you can do whatever you want. That was it, and the rest was up to us. And I can remember asking Steve, I said, what kind of holds you got? What kind of submissions? Because it's a submission match. And I said, I remember I named the ones I had. I said, I can put a figure 4 on. I can put a sharpshooter on. I can put a sleeper if I have to. I could put, we went through the different holds, and he was like, I think all he had was he goes, it's the tree stump puller. It's some kind of hold that he'd seen, which was a pretty good hold, actually. And it hurt a lot when he put it on me, but that was it. And it was kind of like, all right, well, let's see what we got. And the way we just talked about it was like, all right, well, let's just to get the match going, let's brawl out in the crowd. We got Shamrock to Ken Shamrock was actually a big part of it, because he just gave that authority in there that we needed for the storytelling. And him watching us, and as we went through the crowd, fought all the way up through the stands, was at that time, and I don't know that it's ever been done before, but I know it was pretty intense. And we went up there and brawled all the way up through the crowd. I remember when I went to give Steve, or he punched me or did something to me and bent me over, and went to give me a pile driver. And I remember going, oh my God, don't give me a pile driver on the cement stairs. Like, it's too dangerous. And next thing you know, I could tell he wanted me to give him a backdrop, and I ended up backdropping on the stairs, thinking that I would never do that. I would never want that done to me. But I appreciate and that tells you what kind of effort Steve was giving for the match. And Steve took a lot of hard bumps in that match, and we ended up brawling back through the ring. And then I think the storytelling is just it was. I always love how when I grabbed the bell, like I put the figure 4 on the post on Steve, which I'd never done before, and that was, again, it was something different and new and fresh. And I always thought, in my mind, I always like to do things that were fresh, that I'd never done before. I always try to think of something new, 2 or 3 things that I could do that I'd never done before, for fans that would go, geez, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. And the figure 4 on the post was one. And when I put that on, I remember going back over to the table, and I grabbed the bell, and then I walk over and I set the bell on the apron. And it was, I think the drama of all that is sort of going, I want a chair. And I went back and got the chair, and then it wasn't the right chair. It's got to be the right chair. And I grabbed the metal chair with no padding on it, and slid that in the ring. And I think it made people, they were like, oh, he's like, they understood, they forgot all about the bell. Everybody forgot about the bell. So they're sitting right on the apron, which I remember telling Steve, I said, they'll forget all about the bell. They will keep watching the match. If we just keep the focus on the action, they'll forget all about the bell, which is the key to the whole match. And the chairs and the chair shots, both chair shots that Steve gave me were good, solid chair shots. Especially the one where I was on all fours, where he whacked me over the back, which I told him to do, or gave him permission to do it. I knew it was going to hurt, and it did. Mostly as like a slap sound, but it was really stung. And that's the realism of what you try to create. And I've always loved so many things in that match that we did. One of my favorite spots in that match is where I'm punching him in the corner, and I back up a little bit, and all of a sudden he laces me right in the crotch and kicks me right in the groin. When I always think of Ric Flair doing the ones where they give you the forearm up, it's like come on, does that really even hurt? Like, but the shot that Steve gave me, that's where you could feel the momentum change, and it was such a heel thing to do. But you could feel the audience sympathizing with Steve, and that was really such a beautiful layer to the match. That single move sort of sets the whole pace for the rest of the match. And I just the whole match and the way I just watched it. Knowing I was going to do this interview, I watched it back yesterday. I haven't watched it in a little while, but it just makes me always feel so good when I watch it because it's just such a fun match to watch, and you could see the emotions change. And at the very end, when I went back on Steve after I got the victory and started to stomp his leg, and Shamrock threw me down and all that, and then me and Ken Shamrock almost go toe to toe, and you could feel the explosion and like the fans ready to just go crazy again, like over that. And I remember, and my logic at the time was that I just had a hard fight. I'm not going to have another hard fight with another guy that's totally fresh. And so I've been, still baby face, but I walked out of the ring and left. And a lot of people saw that as a coward. But I think my fans that appreciated me were like, he shouldn't fight a guy that's fresh after he just had this match. And it was the sort of that balance of being a good guy and a bad guy that was so beautifully told. And Steve too, even when he went and did his finish on the referee, he was like, he's still a bad guy. It was just a beautiful story. I loved it yesterday. I felt pretty good when I watched it, and I think, I don't believe if they were going to induct any other matches, the first one, I would go, it's not better than the Steve Austin match.
Legendary
match. My heart of hearts, I go, that was the best match. And, that was one of the few matches that I can think of in those last years of some of the great matches that I had where I didn't feel like I didn't feel so beat up. It was great storytelling, and it was great professionalism. Like it was all the kick in the groin never hurt. It was carefully thought out and orchestrated properly, where it was not a painful kick in the groin, because that's a pretty. And I remember telling Stevie, I said, if you're standing really close to me, you're going to kick me in the butt, but I got to pull my equipment up a little higher than normal, which I did. And I said, you got to reach around and kind of kick me in the seat of the ass, and I'll sell it the right way. But it was like, it wasn't like I would have felt pretty. It was my idea, my move. And if it had hurt me, it would have been my fault. And Steve did such a great job. Even the chair shot, even the bell shot at the end of the match. The truth is, with the bell, I actually went right over his head. I missed his head by about, less than a quarter of an inch. The bell just went right over his head, but it never touched his head and never hurt him. Never hit him on the actual skull. And, he sold it fantastic. And that's what I love about that match, is what I said many, many times, is no animals were harmed in the making of that movie. It was just it was fun when we came back. Even the blood, which was a big no-no at the time. The blood. I remember when we came back, we pretended in the dressing room to have a heated argument about it, almost a scuffle where we almost kind of got into it again. And I remember Chief Jay Strongbow kind of pulling us apart or pulling me away from him, and it was all mostly just to kind of cover our tracks so we didn't get anyone into trouble, that it was an accident. And, but it was, we had to fool everybody. The only persons that knew about the blood were me and Steve, and we kept that pretty much a secret it would have been a secret for years until I wrote about it in my book. But again, it was to me the highest level of professionalism that you can get in a professional wrestling match. We both really worked really hard, took a lot of hard falls, large hits with the chair and stuff like that. But we also really protected each other and looked out for each other. And it was, when they told me they were going to duck that match, it's like, well, they should. That was maybe the best match ever.
Your book, by the way, one of, in my opinion, the best wrestling book out there. I read it on my honeymoon, and I always wondered if you were going to write another one, because I think the original plan was like a multiple volume series, right? But then you just went with the big one off the bat. Is there another one coming?
Yeah, I think so. I'm still working on it, kind of playing with it in my head. It's more, I don't know that I have much more wrestling to talk about, although I think I have some very interesting chapters about when I came back in 2010 and did that whole storyline with Vince, which was, a lot of people don't think about it or rate it that much, or some people thought it was really bad or not very good stuff, pro wrestling wise. But I loved the stuff I did with Vince in that time period, and I was grateful for the opportunity to come back and rewrite my ending. So there wasn't quite the, I found as once I left WWF and retired from wrestling in 2000 and around that time period, it was always a bad ending. And people always, everything they talked to me about was sort of stuff that was triggered bad feelings and bad emotions and was the screw job of work, and that was all pretend. I remember Scott Hall and different guys circulated this idea that it was all planned out and that me and Vince planned the whole screw job and it never was real, and which is not true. And I was always really frustrated that that was the final chapter in my career, in my life of wrestling. And when that whole opportunity presented itself with Vince, I knew it was a chance to rewrite the ending a little bit. And I don't know if it was the greatest ending, it wasn't the greatest wrestling that I ever did. And I don't, it was, but at the same time, it was a lot of fun and I enjoyed every bit of it. And I wouldn't change any. I think it was an important page for me to turn the corner and move on and get on with my life and not be, I've never been asked that much about the screw job, or at least whether it was real since then. It was, even though you'd think that you get bothered by that even more. But I loved the storyline that I did with Vince, and I thought it was, some of the stuff we did was really good. And I thought the final match that I had at WrestleMania was everything you could hope for under the circumstances. And I was always really proud of it. I loved how it ended and what we did. And, I would love to write about that. I mean, in fact, that would probably be the opening chapter of my second book, if I can get the time to focus on it and write about that.
Do you ever think that we would see a time, a day and age where Vince McMahon is alive but not a part of WWE?
Yeah, I think we're kind of going through that now.
Yeah. Is it weird for you?
No, I feel that as great as he was, and as far as ideas and imagination, and in a lot of ways, there's nobody like him. At the same time, I feel that he kind of governed things in a shady way. Like he didn't care necessarily about the craft. And like, I always thought the fact that what he did to me, I was maybe I like to think I was his greatest artist. And in the end, I was just another, get rid of him, boom, he's done, and I think as much greatness as Vince brought to wrestling, he also brought a lot of negative, kind of corrupted thinking to it. And it's kind of hard to explain, but I think, that, that it's more, there's a little more integrity right now. And that the guys that are being pushed because they're talented and not because they're Vince's favorites.
Hmm. Do you watch the product now?
I try to. I do. I watch certain guys, and I try to watch the pay-per-views. I find in a lot of wrestlers, and I won't necessarily name anybody, but I find that the wrestlers are more actors pretending to be wrestlers today than actual wrestlers. Like I miss the ruggedness of the characters, like guys like Kurt Hennig and myself, or Dynamite Kid, or that whole era of wrestlers that broke into the business in the 70s or late 70s and early 80s. We kind of we were still real, we were from the Harley Race, Terry Funk kind of generation, trying to copy them or mimic them or, top them. And I think that's why I still think the 90s was the best era of wrestling. When I watch some of that old 90s wrestling, it was really good. Really good stuff. And I find that today's wrestling, it's a little bit more about promos and your character on TV, and not so much your work rate. And I like guys that throw back a little bit more to the work rate. Like Roman Reigns is a guy that, for example, that I think tries really hard to earn the respect of my generation and be more realistic and just more credible, more believable, and not so much an actor. And I find that, especially AEW, that I find that they're mostly actors trying to pretend to be wrestlers, and they ought to get on with this real wrestling and just quit acting so much.
I was curious if you saw Cena's heel turn and what you thought of it, how it's being executed up until this point.
I didn't see it. I heard about it and was surprised by it, because I'm probably a guy that's, I think, said in the past that I don't think there's certain guys that just can't turn heel. It's like their style and their characters and the way, like, to me, British Bulldog never really was a great heel. He was a great wrestler, but when he turned heel, he was still doing press slams and power slams and strongman stuff, and he really didn't change his style too much. And he just had a different attitude. But heels need to be cheaters and sneaky and really get the ire of the crowd kind of thing, and it takes a different kind of skill to that. And I just found some guys, like, I didn't think Lex Luger was ever as good a heel as he was, as he could have been. Just his style, he mostly did strongman stuff, and like when he got heat in a match, he wasn't really cheating much. He was mostly just doing babyface stuff. And Bulldog was the same, and I thought the same for John Cena, that the way he looks, the way he works, he's going to still be doing power slams and running like strongman kind of stuff. And I didn't see him cheating, like pulling trunks to win and, rate choking guys and gouging eyes and the kind of stuff that, like, when I switched from heel to babyface or babyface to heel, you could see the style change. But I also remember sort of saying to myself that just because I turned heel doesn't mean I forgot how to do a drop kick. Like, why can't I still do a drop kick? I can still do a drop kick and use that kind of psychology. Like, you're not limited to just doing cheating stuff, which I think is a mistake. Some guys that do turn heel suddenly can't wrestle anymore. And it's like, that's not, if your gimmick or character was a good wrestler, you need to still be a good wrestler, but you need to be just a more ruthless competitor. And as far as John goes, I know that I trust that John can pull it off. I haven't seen anything that he's done, including an interview. But it's not. I'll be honest. Before I heard that it happened, I would have said it's going to be hard for him to do that. And maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But it's hard to have been the character that he was, especially with the Make-A-Wish stuff. And he was, like me, he was a long-time hero. And when you turn bad, when you turn heel, it's kind of a fresh start for you as a character. Like, you got to not be a good guy and resist anything that turns you into a good guy. And I thought I balanced that out pretty well. I kind of, because I'd worked heel, I was a heel before I became a baby face. And it's like, so I kind of reverted back to my old character as much as I could. And I think people understood that, like, oh, now he's cheating. He's no good now. And the Canada-US stuff, of course, was, gasoline and fire. It was like, but I trust John. John's a very capable, he's a very smart worker. And I'm curious to see how he pulls it off. And I look forward to watching him.
When we were talking earlier today, I said I'd keep you for 25 minutes or so. We're over that time. Do you have a couple more minutes? I just wanted to ask you a couple more things.
Sure.
Okay, I appreciate that. We won't keep you much longer, I promise, because one thing I've always wanted to ask you, I'll never forget this. When I was in the first grade, many, many moons ago, my parents surprised me with tickets to the Montreal Forum, the incredible venue that is no longer with us. In fact, I have like a newspaper ad right here, actually, in the studio, from the Montreal Gazette from way back in the day that I put in here just to sort of remember those times. This particular one is, I think, from a few years later, but it was from it was an ad for the last event at the old Montreal Forum, and there you are, front and center. And the only thing I remember from that event that I attended, which was back in, I believe, 91, if my memory serves me correct, it was you versus Mr. Perfect. And I adored you. Like I said, there was no one I cared about more. And you guys were magic together. SummerSlam, I mean, all your matches were magic. But I remember the finish vividly, and I've never seen it since. I never saw it before. And the finish was, you guys had it going, I mean, back and forth. It was an all-out war. And he was out cold, and you crawled, and the ref went one, and you went on top of him, and the ref went 1, 2, and then the time limit bell went. And so it ended in a draw because you guys went the distance. And I remember as a kid being like, oh, he was a second away from winning. Do you remember this? I'm sure you did it all across the country, different house shows and whatnot. But it was such a unique finish.
I do remember me, Kurt and I wrestling, and I do remember that when I first worked with him, that he always went over. And it was Kurt that said, because he didn't like, Kurt was my biggest advocate or biggest supporter. And he went to Vince and said, I get more heat doing a 20-minute draw with Bret Hart than I do beating him. When I get a 20-minute draw and when it's a tie and I go back to the dressing room, and then Bret asks for 5 more minutes, and then I come out and I turn my back on Kurt when I think he's gone back to the dressing room. He charges back and slides under the bottom rope. He would always jump me and leave me laying, and then he would climb up on the top rope, and I'd hit him with a gut shot, and he'd crotch himself on the turnbuckle strut, which was always I don't know how he did that, but it was always, that was kind of the finish we did in most markets that I can remember. And that finish that you just talked about, I don't remember it, and I'm kind of glad that it was something fresh and different than what we did in a lot of places. But I will say Kurt was, if I could pick one guy to have one more match with in our prime, it would have been Kurt. I loved working with Kurt. It'd be either Kurt or Owen, and they were the most fun to work with. And Kurt was really the guy that helped. Him and Roddy were the two guys that helped launch me and get me up from sort of the middle of the card kind of to the and made me a main event guy. And I'll never forget that. And I loved working with Kurt, and he had a lot to do with my going on to win the world title and stuff like that.
You guys were tremendous together, and I'll also never forget WrestleMania 4, the Battle Royal, feeling like you got screwed by Bad News Brown. That's, like, talk about like pulling on the heartstrings and being emotionally invested in like having a guy and wanting him to go over. I thought you won the Battle Royal, and then he hits you from the back and smashes you with the trophy. That to me felt like a turning point. I always say WrestleMania 4, one of my favorite WrestleManias. People don't talk about it as a great one, but for me, because of that Battle Royal and that moment, that's when I fell in love with you. That's when I said, like, okay, this is my guy, and I want to see him get over. I want to see him get propelled to the top.
I remember that time period, and I remember when Vince told me only a few days before WrestleMania that he wanted to turn me babyface, and that split me up from Jim and all that. And I remember that was a big sort of question mark in my head. Because I love being a Jim's partner, and I love but I also knew that here was a chance for me to, to get my big break as a single guy. And so I was like, I'll do whatever you want. But I remember Vince telling me that he had more fan letters than any other wrestler. I had more fan mail than any other wrestler in the company, and he couldn't figure out why. But he was going to go with me, and he was going to give me this big push, the real push, the one I've always been waiting for, the one that they've been telling me they were going to give me for so many years. And and they never did. That wasn't my big push. I went out and I wrestled Bad News and jobbed out to him right away, so that he could work with Hogan. And they I remember it was like a broken trust, in the sense that they promised me everything and delivered nothing, and then later said that I didn't have enough charisma, or I was missing something, that they put me back into tags and put me back with Jim. But I was always like, I was ready for a big push, and they should have maybe found a way to, make me rather than break me. And, I think the fact that I went back with Jim and kind of got over still as a tag guy, and the Hart Foundation got over and won the belts again. And you could feel, I think then when Jim and I lost the belts the second time, that Vince promised me the big push and all that again. And I could tell, I wrote about it in my book, where there was the day after we lost the belts to the Nasty Boys, and they brought me to the TVs in Las Vegas, and right away they said, "You're going to work with Curt Hennig for the title." He just won the belt from Kerry Von Erich. And I'm like, okay. And I said, "Who's going over?" And they're like, "Well, we're not changing the belt right now." And I said, "So you're going to put me in a match where I don't win again? And you're going to kill me off again?" Like I said, "I'm not doing it. I'll quit. I'm going to go home, take a break." And I stood my ground that day. And I remember Pat Patterson pleading with me, like kind of telling me, like, it doesn't really matter if you win or lose. And it's like, hey, trust me, it matters. And if you're not going to give me a push, and you're not going to let me win, if you're just going to turn me into a guy that never quite gets the job done again, then I'm going to go home and take a break. And they changed everything and put Bulldog with Mr. Perfect. And then that's when I kind of knew. I said that by SummerSlam, they're going to be going, we need someone to work with Curt and win the belt. That's when I would be ripe for the pick, right? Like, it'd be perfect timing for me to win the belt from Curt. And so that's how important it is sometimes in wrestling to use your own judgment. And I've been, left behind. I've worked hard enough and left, standing there by Vince and the the bookers and Bruce Pritchard and guys like that for so long, that, and this idea that always at that time was that I couldn't cut a promo, or I wasn't a good mic guy. And I'm like, my attitude was that if I don't have anything, if I can't get the job done as a babyface, they start to look for guys that are going to get the job done. And it's like, if I go out and challenge somebody and then I don't win, you're kind of blowing my tire. Like, I can't be in the running for that. And it's hard to talk about. I don't know, what am I supposed to say in my interviews? Like, oops, sorry, I lost last week, but here I'm going to beat this guy, and then you lose again, and you keep losing all the time. It does matter. Winning and losing does matter, and I'm glad I stood up for myself at that time.
I could talk to you for hours, Bret, but I want to let you go. This has been such a thrill. I want to thank our mutual friend Jesse Katz of Roots of Fight, because for multiple reasons. A, for making this happen, but B, I never feel cooler when I go to my kids' school, when I'm going to the kids' soccer game, than when I'm wearing my Hitman gear from them. It's all I wear, and they've got incredible stuff over at Roots of Fight that they've done with you, dating back to the early days. There's CM Punk and others rocking the gear there. I have all of it, and I love the old school stuff with the Japanese writing. It's like, I legit don't feel cooler than when I'm rocking your stuff, because you're my guy and you're everyone's guy. And speaking of CM Punk, he said some very nice things about you recently to Roots of Fight. I just wanted to play this for you very quickly, and then we'll say goodbye. All right?
All right, thank you.
Here it is.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, Bret Hart. Bret Hart is the Wayne Gretzky of professional wrestling. And it's an empirical fact. It's not just an opinion. It's not just, oh, I love Bret Hart. It's proven. And obviously, we know Bret Hart as the best WWE champion of all time. He was a guy who, like Piper, I looked at and I said, I can't look like the Ultimate Warrior, nor do I want to, but this guy's legit, and that's achievable to somebody like me. To have him as something that I can reach to, a goal to attain, I'll never come close, I'll always fall short, but shoot for the stars, wind up on the moon kind of thing. Like, Bret is the measuring stick, I believe, that all professional wrestlers should hold themselves to. Nobody better, ever.
So there you have it. From one of the top guys now, they all feel that way.
I really appreciate that. And, I know I heard something a few months ago where Hulk Hogan was talking about me, and he said, the problem with Bret Hart is that he really does think he was the greatest wrestler of all time. And I remember thinking about that and going, yeah, maybe. That might be the most truthful thing he's ever said. And then I think, when you watch a lot of the wrestlers today, you don't see anybody imitating Hulk Hogan or the Ultimate Warrior. You see a lot of the wrestlers today really trying their best to capture my style, or some of the guys that I worked with, like Dynamite Kid or Kurt Hennig and my brother Owen and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, they're wrestling my style. And that's the biggest compliment that I can get from today's generation is that.
That's an incredible point. God bless you, Bret. Thank you for everything. Congratulations on this incredible achievement once again. I'm so happy that you're being celebrated WrestleMania week. You deserve it. Many more of your matches deserve to be there as well. Wish the best to you, your family. Natty's doing amazing. We had her in studio a few weeks ago, and it's just amazing to see you thriving, happy, healthy, and getting honored this way, because you deserve that. From now until the end of time. You deserve more accolades. So I will stop there, but this means the world to me,
you,
and I really appreciate it.
Look forward to seeing you hopefully at WrestleMania.
Hopefully. Thank you so much, Bret. All the best to you. There he is.
Take care. God bless.
The great Bret the Hitman Hart. I mean, what could we say? Listen, you know how I feel, and I try to keep it professional. I think at the end there, he was like, all right, enough of this guy, all right? What am I, like Chris Farley talking to Paul McCartney? You know that skit on Saturday Night Live? Remember that time when you guys sold out Shea Stadium? It was awesome. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's from the heart. That's a shoot, brother. That's from the heart. That's my childhood hero. And to have him on my show and to have him for 40 or so minutes, thank you so much to Root to Fight. Thank you so much to Jesse Katz for making that happen. There's nothing that tops that for me, honestly. It's just, you would have told that kid in the doctor's office, 5, 6 years old, that one day he can have Bret Hart on the show and talk to him like that. Wouldn't believe it. And it is the truth. When I wear, the guys can attest to it. I'm always wearing my Root to Fight stuff. Love the hoodies, love the jackets, love the sweatpants, love everything they have. The stuff is beautiful. Can we show them some of the stuff once again? Just one more time, roottofight.com. I never get more compliments than when I'm wearing my stuff. I've got a Mellow jacket, Syracuse one. They've done a great collaboration with Carmelo Anthony, which obviously speaks to me, near and dear to my heart. I was there when Mello won. Love the Roddy Piper stuff. Love the Macho Man stuff. Love the Ric Flair stuff. Love the Bret Hart stuff, obviously. The Punk stuff. The Roy Jones Jr. stuff, the Cassius Clay stuff, the Joe Frazier stuff. I even got some Pink Floyd stuff and some AC/DC stuff, which I know Frank has been eyeing. I mean, it's an amazing company. It's a Canadian company. And I remember meeting Jesse Katz many, many moons ago. It was the week of, I believe, Diaz BJ. So what was that?
Why do I want
39,
to say 137 or something?
137. Yeah, I think you're right, 137. And that's when he was just kind of launching. And I introduced him to was it 137?
Yeah.
I introduced him to our friend, John Beer. And then you ended up working with them as well because you worked for the company. And to see all the collaborations and all the stuff that they're doing some 14 or so years later is pretty remarkable. What about Bret Hart on the show, Rick? What do you...
Incredible. I feel like you asked him about the Stone Cold match, and there was you didn't have to say anything. He just took it and went with it and talked about why it's the greatest match ever. I'm convinced.
I mean, first one, and they're calling it. I believe they're calling it something like the Immortal.
Yeah,
what are they calling
moment or something? I believe
we have the way they announced it in the tweet on
Mortal Moment. Yeah,
Mortal Moment. There it is. Hall of Famers Bret Hart, Stone Cold. Who deserves it more will receive the inaugural WWE Immortal Moment Award in person at the 2025 Hall of Fame ceremony. That's Friday, April 18th at the Fontainebleau. Once again, there it is, WrestleMania 13. Golly. And Bret was the one who was responsible for getting Stone Cold into WWE because Stone Cold left WCW and he had a cup of coffee with ECW. And as the story goes, Bret told Vince, like, yo, this is a guy that we should sign. This guy's perfect.
Pretty good business.
And then apparently, as the story goes, the next week, Stone Cold's in the locker room. And then we know what happened to Stone Cold. You talk about your John 3:16. You talk about your Psalms. You talk about your Bible. Well, Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass. Yeah, know yourself what a time. Bret freaking Hart.
Yeah. Incredible.
I think he liked the ad.
I think he liked the ad. I think he liked the words from CM Punk.
Did I go too far with the you're the best, you're my hero?
No, I don't think you went far enough, if I'm being honest.
Oh my God.
It was great. Well,
thank you.
What a legend, what a moment.
What a moment. What a time to be alive, guys. By the way, Forrest is playing right now. What is the score? Oh, we're up. Hey, Forrest is magic on and off the pitch. Forrest is magic. Hey, Pizzi, what do you have to say about 1-0 in the 45th minute?
I got some bad news about that.
Did they just tie?
No, Pizzi's not here.
No, I know, but still.
No, you're asking way for Pizzi. I just, unfortunately.
GC, is it weird that you were so into Forrest when we were in 17th place and now you don't even watch the games anymore? Like the text thread is dead. The vibes are dead.
You guys still have that put into the text thread. Well, I didn't say anything. What do you want me to do?
It was blue.
What do you want me to do? Hop into a dead text thread?
Blue.
No one says anything in it. I'm sitting there watching. I just don't need to gloat, I
Third
knew
place.
This was coming. I knew this was coming the entire time.
Oh, did you guys happen to catch that Premier League promo starring yours truly?
It was pretty great.
I mean, what do we got? Bills playoffs now, Blue Jays opening day, Premier League.
Mr. Promo.
Who else?
What's the nickname? What are we going to call you now?
Yeah, you want your thing promoed? You want your thing hyped? You know who to call, all right?
Who's going to be the first that you step out of the your fandom space with?
Meaning they just want my vibes?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I mean,
you're not affiliated, right?
The Chiefs hit you up.
Yeah, fuck no. Chiefs hit me up, I say kiss my ass, all right? There's your response.
The Arizona Diamondbacks, just a real random team.
I mean, I could be, the cheddar makes it better. I could be enticed. It'd be great to do one for the Knicks. I mean, that one obviously would be a big one. I did. It all kind of started really with Elimination Chamber when I did the one on Montreal for WWE in 23. I did that video, which I wrote, which I was very, very proud of. A lot of people got upset about that, but I enjoyed it. It's a fun bit.
I feel like On Air Jordan had you doing voiceover video
at ESPN.
Work back at ESPN. I feel like
no promos, just
the essays.
We did some features, some essays.
Yeah.
It was a great time for most.
Shout out to the essays.
Don't remember. You remember one?
All right, I guess they weren't.
We did one on Israel Adesanya when he beat Robert Whittaker. We ran one right away when that ended.
Sure.
We ran one.
I guess
on
they
the
meant more to
500th
Jordan
event.
than
you. Yeah.
What'd they run on? SportsCenter?
Yeah, I did a couple
SportsCenter,
of those. Yeah, SportsCenter.
Yeah.
Nothing like the DC feature you did with Chris Tuminello. Shout out.
Oh, that was a great one. E60.
Shout out to E60.
Two-parter.
Great program.
Guys, we play 2 on Tuesdays, so we do have to go.
No, before we go, we have some super chats.
Oh, fuck. Gosh. All right, here we go. Who's reading them this time? Because Frank's on hiatus.
I am.
Frank's about to get Wally pipped. There hasn't been one technical audio difficulty on this program.
Oh boy,
Frank, you know who Wally Pipp is? Look him up if you're somewhere back there. Anyway, go ahead.
He's looking him up right now. Okay, first one, Agent P sending us 40. Jordan, what is this? Do we know? 40 something. A great moment for you, Ariel. Bret on Helwani Show.
What is that?
That's 40 rupees.
Rupees. All right.
What is that? Like 6 cents?
Easy.
It's actually
We don't
47 cents, but we accept any 40 rupees. If you want to send it 100 times, that's a lot of money.
Yes, thank you for your donation. Next one, Mason Bickner, shout out, member for 5 months. Happy 5 months, guys. Mason always in the chat. Shout out to you, Mason. Thank you for being a member for 5 months. Next up, we just have Jordan, the other one I guess we're not doing. Gareth Jones, €5 saying the best there is, was, and ever could be. Pleasure to see Bret. Very happy to see Bret. He had a few questions for Bret. Unfortunately, it's not that type of show. We don't do the fan submission questions. But we appreciate your support and thank you for your donations, Gareth. Next up, Ryan Maddox, $1.99, saying Yoel makes me so happy I was smiling the whole time. Me too. Inspiring.
So good.
Again,
so good.
From Yoel Romero. Next.
Even more inspiring was Andy jumping in there.
Wait up. Oh, you're jumping the gun here.
Sorry, I didn't read them.
Keto Key, $9.99. Ariel, that Yoel interview was easily one of your best interviews ever. Shout out to Yoel. What a genuine soul. The interview put a big smile on my face from his laughter and much more with TD Andy also.
Wow.
So shout out to W to Andy. He's saying it was a W for Andy.
W's
shout
in
out
the
to
chat.
Andy.
W's in the chat
for Andy.
Here's the thing. I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with the Bret one either. Sometimes you just have to sit back and shut up. Let them cook. You know what I mean? And that's what we do.
Yeah, we know that feeling. All right. Cole B, $5. Ariel and crew, has anyone pulled an April Fool's on you that you'll always remember? Also, Dana announcement later today. Any guesses on what it will be?
Any chance that's an April Fool's?
I don't think so.
Well, when we walked in today, Frank hit us with the, hey guys, it's my last day.
No, he didn't say, hey guys. That's how I knew.
That's how you knew.
He also said that this was the start of his 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right.
Noticed that he was quitting.
So he tried to hit us. Last night, I tried to hit the kids with, we're moving to California, that we got a house in Manhattan Beach, this, that, and the other. I think they believed for my daughter definitely believed.
Were they happy or sad?
No, they were
devastated.
Yeah. What about our friends? What about school?
What if your kids were like, great, when are we moving?
I mean, I would have said, let's do it. Better weather
so
than
you're
here.
saying that this one by Frank and this one that you tried to pull yesterday are the ones you'll always remember forever, because that's what the question was. This is the core memories of April Fools now.
Yeah, my mom used to be big on the April Fools. So in French, April Fools it translates into Poisson d'Avril, which is fish of April. I don't know what it has to do with fish. Yeah, it's Poisson d'Avril. Like, you don't say April Fools, you say Poisson d'Avril. Why that is, I don't know. And so she did something, I remember, with a Dr. Fish calling, saying that someone was sick. It was a whole big thing. She was quite the prankster back in the day. And I think my brother tried to play a prank on her, saying that, or I think she played a prank on him, saying that he was going to jail. We always do that type of things. Hello, police.
Hello, you're going to jail.
Yes. For being bad. That type of stuff. Anyway.
But this Frank one, you'll remember that.
I mean, I will till the day I die.
Till the day you die. Yep. And he will lower you down into the ground. Okay, last one. Ryan Maddox, $4.99. And this chat is for Andy only, so everybody else cover your ears. Thank you for translating so well. What a freaking moment from the GOAT. The donation should go straight to her pocket. So a lot of love for Andy in the chat. Earlier, there was just a bunch of comments, more Andy content, W Andy, Andy is a dog, more Andy, we love Andy in this chat. So everybody loves Andy.
Hell yeah.
As do we.
I mean, that's not easy. Just for the
Yoel, very complimentary on the back end as well.
Yeah, shout out. But Yoel showing love.
That's a guy who's been translated before because he's spoken little excerpts, right?
He knew how to break it up.
Yeah, he understood the assignment. Jordan telling me one of the favorite April Fish jokes among French children is to tape a paper fish to someone's back without them knowing it. The longer the paper fish stays on someone's back, the funnier it is. So
why is it called April Fish, though?
That's the question. Yeah.
Do we have any comment from Andy? I want to hear from Andy.
Andy, please.
I just
what do you
want
have
to say, he made it easy, man. That is not easy. He made it easy. So shout out to him too.
New favorite
Happy
fighter
to
for
do
Andy.
this.
What a pairing.
Up there.
We're gonna see Andy ringside at the next 30 bucks.
That's it. We're homies.
Yeah.
We're homies.
By the way, Rick does a great job of finding interpreters. Like when we had Zhang Wei Leon, we found someone. When we had Charles and Norma last week, found someone. Are we okay? Like if it's a Spanish-speaking fighter, are you able to, do both jobs, interpret and direct?
Let's circle back.
Okay, all right. We'll talk offline. I mean, I just felt like we found, it's just like we just stumbled into this. It just would be great.
Trial by fire.
Okay, I mean, what better than that? We found out this morning. I woke up to a text from Bret Hart saying he could come on today. I mean,
and then dreams come true.
And then dreams come true, guys. In about an hour, we're going to do our other show on DAZN, and the Bronze Bomber is going to be joining us. Deontay Wilder. Hell yeah. First interview since it was announced last week that he's coming back. The big man. That's how we do. Also, Pat Brown, Olympian, turned pro, won his debut on Friday. I mean, the guy can punch. Absolute beast. Cruiserweight. Remember that name. He'll join us as well. Myself, Ade Oladipo. By then, Forrest should have won against Man United, and we'll be rolling. And then I got a courtside date tonight at the Garden, all right? You know yourself, nice. It's a great time to be alive. You can hear my music, and we shall be on our way. What a day, guys. Oh, tomorrow on the program, the hits just keep on coming. In studio, one of the all-time best comedians right now doing his thing. Tremendous special on Netflix right now. If you haven't seen it, go do yourself a favor. Watch it before tomorrow's show. It's entitled Life, the Great Andrew Schultz, the second best MMA journalist on the planet, will be joining us in studio. Second time, Andrew Schultz in studio. He was on a couple years ago when he had that whole streaming issue, but now he's just absolutely blown up. I mean, he headlined and sold out MSG twice. For a New Yorker, what's better than that? What a time. Yeah, Schultz on. Thumbs up to the chat. Thumbs up. Oh, come on. Forrest 1-0. Forrest a magic on and off the pitch. Forrest a magic on and off the pitch. Did you guys see that promo? I mean, there I am, middle of the night in Queens, on a soccer field, walking up there with my Forrest scarf. They had the old school boxing mic. Yeah, it was fun. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? What a life. What a time. Like Izzy once said after he beat Alex Pereira, I hope you can all be as happy as I am right now. I hope you can all feel what I am feeling right now after getting to interview my childhood hero on my show. Thank you, Bret Hart. Thank you, Yoel. Thank you, Ryan, Eddie, Jessica. Back on Wednesday, same time and place. Until I say peace.